It is the Friday edition. The Uncle Homer, what are you doing here? Well, you're rescheduled from earlier in the week edition. The Dame Time, Dalla Dame, Dame Dalla, you are definitely here, and it's a good thing you are edition. And the Packers Vikings preview edition, which will include Adam Stenovich and his high praise for Josh Myers, the Green and Gold game preview, headlines, everything you could possibly want going into Packers Vikings edition of Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and of course, everything you want, everything you need from ESPN Wisconsin on WisconsinOnDemand.com and Wisconsin On Demand app. I'm Chase Wilde in Green Bay. Jesse Nelson is in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios. And from a truly undisclosed location, I have no idea where he is. He is the Packers Hall of Famer. He is Mark Tauscher. Tausch, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great, Jason. How are you doing?
Super. Thanks for asking. How many times have you gotten into fights?
Doing Dalla Dame, all Dalla Dame watches today. Does he have a watch line?
I don't know if he does or not. Let me
He
look
should.
into that. He should. You're right.
What a night. Prize picked the heck out of Dalla Dame last night. He was discounted. And just a good, fun start to the Bucs season. I think there's going to be some ebb and flow to that season too. But a lot of ebb last night. And Dalla Dame took over. That was almost exactly how we hoped it would start, right? If you're looking at drawing it up, wasn't that the look we were seeing? That Dalla Dame, how he carries the team in the fourth quarter and what happened. Isn't that exactly what John Horst envisioned when he picked up Dalla Dame?
Bucks beat the Sixers 118-117. James Harden refused entry onto the team flight.
Yeah, he was told to stay home. Yeah, James Harden is a malcontent. He is. What we find in life, Jason, and you see this, you're a big star. So the big stars can get away with things. They can do what they want. And then as your star starts fading, all of a sudden you don't quite adjust quickly enough, and you still think you're that guy, even though I don't think hardly anybody wants him. And now that's why he opted in. If he was really the star that he knew that he thinks he is, he would have never opted in. He could have opted out and been a free agent. He never wanted to play for Philly. And now he's trying to get back. I actually think Philly's better without him. Maxey, another prize picker last night, had a big game. James Harden hasn't realized that his shine ain't what it used to be. And he's going to be sitting there. I don't know what he's going to end up doing. But if I'm Philly, I don't pay him. I say, you missed practice for the last 2 weeks. And now you want to come and fly to Milwaukee with us? Deuces B. That's what I would do.
The debut for Damian Lillard, 37 minutes, 39 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. Giannis Antetokounmpo in a win, only having to score 23 points. He grabbed 13 rebounds, 3 assists. If my math is correct, that is 39 if we add up rebounds, points, and assists. Was that a more or less?
That was not good for Old T. Old T dabbled a lot last night and had a little success, but I went away from what I normally do. And Josh Allen got me, and Giannis with the assist, rebound, points. I was expecting more from my guy, but it's how she blows. But I was happy to see that this new Bucks era. Hey, would you say this is a new era, or would you say this is the old era with just a new player?
No, this is the Marjan Beauchamp era. It is definitely a new era, and it was exciting to see. Look, one game does not a season make, and had Damian Lillard not hit the ground running the way he did, and say he had 18 points and missed a bunch of shots, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's, oh, God, what have they done, right? And that comes from someone whose daughter is still trying to recover from the trade of Drew Holiday in this deal. But what a great way to start it. And they've got 81 more to go.
She's really that big a fan. She met him one time, right?
Yeah, but I'll say this, and I've seen you do this with kids. I saw Rodgers and Favre do this with kids. There are certain players that are just really good at that whole connectivity thing. And he was impressive. I mean, he really was. Meanwhile, Sydney had no interest in talking to Ray Allen, who I was excited to see because I'd covered him and known him for a long time that night. All right, so the Bucks get off to a great start. I did see that, Jesse, and I didn't know you were capable of this. You turned Tausch into a GIF?
Well, I kind of cheated because it's technically, I looked up how to make a GIF.
Okay. There's a website
I was
called
on my phone,
makeagif.com.
We were watching
Giphy.com.
I had the baby phone out last night because Becca was home. She was gone for a couple of days, so we were snuggling up on the couch watching.
That's more information.
Only
than I
Murders
wanted.
in the Building. So I had Dollar Dame on the baby phone last night, but did get to see it.
You guys do one blanket or two blankets?
Oh, two blankets. She is a blanket.
So that's
hog,
not really snuggling then.
Well, yeah.
There's got to be one blanket for a snuggle.
If you want to grade the tiers of snugglesome nature, I maybe we can do that a different. That sounds like an off-season topic.
Jason, would you agree? If it's a snuggle city, you got to go one blanket, right?
Sounds to me like that's a perfect thing for in-break trivia.
Whoa, Nelly!
Fair.
When I walk away to go get coffee.
But yes, we did have. So Tausch, with his big proclamation back in April, I think it was draft day. When Budenholzer was dismissed. And Tausch proclaimed, time to bring in Dollar Dame. We were able to find that video, and I have a feeling that we won't see the last of it for the Bucks season after Dame time showed up.
I certainly hope we don't. If we do, that means that has been a complete disaster if we have. If that was the only time we see that, that's bad news bears for the Bucks.
Well, that was a terrific win and a terrific start to what Tausch accurately depicts as a brand new era. The Giannis era is kind of the overarching thing, but Tausch, when you make a change in your roster to that degree, bringing in, as I learned yesterday, the all-time leading scorer in Portland Trailblazers history, that's a huge move, and I'm eager to see how this plays out. Their lineup isn't just different with him, though, right? I mean, Malik Beasley, I think, started the game last night, too, right?
Beauchamp, I think. Did Beauchamp start last night?
No, but he played 16 minutes, and I'm sure he's going to play even more as the year goes on. So it's an exciting time. This is not a show that spends a whole lot of time on the Bucks during the regular season. We do have two of the best in the business who join us on a regular basis, Justin Garcia from the Bucks Radio Network and Eric Name from The Athletic, and they give us all the insights we could possibly need on the Bucks. But a great first start. I'm curious if there are others that stand out for either of you guys of times when someone makes a debut and they live up to the advanced billing.
Jordan Love down in Chicago.
That was one of the ones I thought of. He far over exceeded it, yes.
Is it fair to ask the question, how much better have the Bucks done with surrounding Giannis than the Packers ever did with A-Rod? I know it's Football Friday, we got a game, but last night that again reiterates, and it really reiterated when Giannis re-signed and committed another 3 years of his prime.
Yeah.
To the city of Milwaukee and the state of Wisconsin. But it just makes you think, John Horst did a big piece where he went down the first day that he could offer the max extension. He didn't have to fly down. He got a text or called when old boy was down there working with Akeem Olajuwon. He flew down there. He did it, and now he's done all this other stuff. It makes you wonder. And you have the same amount of championships, right? The Bucks have one. Obviously, the Packers have had one in the last 15, 16 years. It makes you wonder, are the Bucks handling their scenarios that much better than what Green Bay did? I don't know the answer to that. I mean, obviously, Aaron stuck around and signed a bunch of extensions too. But it just, last night was that, you see how this works? Another window is open, and they filled it, and they did it with Dollar Dame, and that now gives you another 4. It extends it more than what I think Green Bay probably did. Green Bay had some lulls where they had a lot of draft in that window, 16, 17, 18, 19. You could say all 4 of those years, there was way too much draft. They could never keep their heating bills down. They could never do it. And then they reset. The Milwaukee Bucks, basketball's different. I get it. But they have had this run really from 18 all the way through. Nobody is going to say the Bucks haven't done everything they could to put Giannis in a position to win a championship, where I think a lot of people would say they didn't do that with Aaron Rodgers.
A few texts already coming in on outstanding debuts. Tausch, you were in the booth for this one. The stadium was empty, but you were in the booth or wherever you were calling it from. Graham Mertz, Wisconsin versus Illinois. What do you have, one incompletion?
Yeah, he had a heck of a day, man. He had a heck of a day.
Jesse, as we all know, your father, George, was an usher at Miller Park.
He was, yeah.
Was he, I don't know if he opened his Brewers career in Milwaukee or on the road, but CC Sabathia came in and was really good right away too, right?
Yeah, it was a home game, and that was the first one that came to mind for me. I was there, sitting by my dad, who was an usher at Miller Park. Now
sit right there and don't ask me for any snacks.
It was a game that we had like the free ticket. One of the gas stations always did like free tickets to games way up high, and then we'd use those and then go down and sit by. It was great. So that happened to be one of the games we had tickets for way in advance. They make the trade for CC Sabathia, and he came in and delivered. I want to say it was like a 6 or 7 inning, 1-run type of game. I could look it up officially when his debut was, but it was a good.
Please do.
It was a good, really good start for his debut, and then it just took off from there for how good he was that entire run.
CC Sabathia in a win over the Colorado Rockies 7-3. 6 complete innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 of which were earned on 97
That's not even that
pitches.
great.
It's a quality start.
No, it's not even a great debut.
It's a definition of a quality start.
No,
it's not a great debut. Let's take this.
It's a quality start. And it was only 2 earned runs. There was an error in there.
It's not a great debut. Come on, Jesse.
They won
Jason,
the game.
Would you agree? That's not a great debut.
Place went nuts for a Brewers-Rockies game on a Tuesday in July.
Jason?
It was not a 39 points in 37 minutes performance, that's for sure, and it certainly paled in comparison.
He scattered 9 hits and gave up 4 runs in a Brewers loss to the Colorado Rockies. Great debut, CC.
Dame time. It's Dame time.
Amen.
What it really is time for is for Tausch from his undisclosed location. I don't know if you're inside. I don't know if you're outside. I don't know if you're in the state. I don't know if you're out of the state. But wherever you may be, I hope wherever you are behind some Pella windows and doors of Wisconsin.
We're going to find out sound-wise. Team Pella is executing some incredible plays, products with limited lifetime warranties, like incredible innovations like blinds and shades between the glass, stylish windows with hidden screens that will make your game days a breeze. This Pella play proves to be the game-winning tenner. Make monthly payments as low as $19 per window, $75 per patio door, and you can get a free quote at PellaWI.com today. 6.9% APR finance for 120 months. Certain restrictions do apply. See showroom for details. This offer ends on Halloween, which is Tuesday. I think I've been saying 6.999, or have I been saying 6.99 for most of the month? Have you noticed, or you?
I have never heard you say 6.999.
You think this group would let it slide if you were saying?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah,
I feel like I shorted a 9 this time. I think because it sounded quicker. I think I just said 6.9, and everybody knows it's 6.99.
Usually, I'm distracted by the conversation about how many days are in each month. so I kind of lose track of the percentage points.
Hey, Dame time. It's Dame time.
I'm glad you got that hotkey working. I'm still waiting for the Brian Gutekunst one.
Yeah, ship has sailed on that one.
All right, so we are off and running here. We did talk Bucks. For those of you that tuned in expecting a conversation about either nonsense or the Packers, well, that's all coming up next. So stick around. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Take it to the house this season and enjoy tailgating from your own backyard. Tito's wants to make sure you have the best tailgate on the block. You can win game day gear for your next gathering by entering to win at Tito'sTailgate.com. Be sure to enter by November 15th for your chance to win a Solo Stove Grill, a Brewmate back tap for batch cocktails, or a Tito's football jersey. For official rules, visit Tito'sTailgate.com. Must be 21 years old to enter. Distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof. Crafted to be savored responsibly.
Ruggability. We straight made that word up. How else to describe the otherwise indescribable rugged, capable, incredible versatility and affordability of a Honda SUV? Car and Driver calls Honda the winningest brand in 10 best history. Your kids will call it totally lit. But we like ruggability, and you'll like the incredifantabulous deals, so see your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer today. Honda gets Wisconsin.
Grassland Dairy is built by tradition right here in Wisconsin and sustained by innovation. Since 1904, the Wheatrick family has worked with hundreds of dairy farmers to consistently produce the highest quality dairy products. Grassland's commitment to quality starts with the way their dairy farmers care for their cows and carries through every step of their innovative processing and delivery. They are proud to offer a wide range of reliable and nutritious dairy ingredients. Grassland Dairy is family owned in Wisconsin and has been crafting butter for 5 generations.
With over 25 years of experience, TLC Laser Eye Centers is a leader in LASIK. TLC has performed over 2.3 million LASIK procedures nationwide, including treatment for over 10,000 doctors and professional football player Kirk Cousins.
TLC Laser Eye Centers is a brand that's proven and can be trusted. This was not a procedure I wanted to cut corners on. I wanted to get the best quality and the best doctors and make sure that it was done to the highest level. And I felt that TLC was the brand that would do that, and so it made the decision easy for me and for my wife.
Come see why TLC is the doctor's choice for LASIK and the choice for Kirk Cousins. Right now, TLC Laser Eye Centers is offering $1,000 off LASIK when treated in November. That's $500 off per eye plus guaranteed financing. Visit TLCoffer.com today to schedule your free consultation. Must mention this promotion and be treated in November of 2023 to qualify. $1,000 off for both eyes on standard wavelength price. $500 off for one eye. Cannot be combined with any other offers. See details at TLCoffer.com.
Mark Tosher here for Chalmers Jewelers. Well, it's always a good time to get that special someone in your life a beautiful gift. And when I'm in need of a new piece of jewelry, Chalmers Jewelers is my go-to place. Whether I want a timeless classic or a one-of-a-kind piece, Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton and Madison has just what I'm looking for. My life has been made so much easier thanks to the great team over at Chalmers Jewelers, and is the reason I keep going back for more. Visit chalmersjewelers.com to find your perfect new piece of jewelry today.
We all share the same roads, but when an accident happens, we don't always share the same consequences. Big trucks can cause big damage. Injuries can be severe and may require a lifetime of care and compensation. Call Gruber Law Offices today. We can help you from the safety and comfort of your own home. Our virtual sign-up process is quick and easy. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
For those who just can't wait for Black Friday, head over to Fleet Farm today for great Black Friday Now deals. Like a free battery pack with Milwaukee heated jackets, in-store only. Or 40% off all men's Field and Forest flannel. And don't miss our trick-or-treating event on Saturday, October 28th from 10 till noon. With treats for the first 200 kids and gift cards for best costumes. Enjoy Black Friday savings now at Fleet Farm, home of everything you need for everyday life.
Tito's wants to make sure you have the best tailgate on the block. Win game day gear by entering to win at Tito'sTailgate.com. Enter by November 15th for your chance to win a Solo Stove Grill or a Brewmate. For official rules, visit Tito'sTailgate.com. Must be 21 plus to enter.
Josie's on a vacation far away. Come around and talk it over. So just wanna use your love tonight. I don't wanna lose your love tonight. I ain't got many friends left to talk to. Nowhere's around when I'm in trouble. You know I don't.
I think we're taking requests now on topics. Is that what we're doing, Jesse?
No.
I want to hear some of the Killers and some Taylor Swift.
Yeah, we'll always take music requests. I might not listen to all of them, but we'll take.
I got a
music
question
requests.
for you guys. Can you be a fan of a minute? If you love, like Jesse and I love the state of Wisconsin sports. We're fans of all the major teams.
Yeah.
Can you love a Minnesota sports figure? I know Jesse loved Favre, but he's still a Packer in my book.
Kirby Puckett?
Can you?
Yeah, Kirby.
That's why I bring it up. I saw the highlights. It was 30 years ago or whatever it was, where Kirby Puckett had one of the great playoff runs of all time. And I remember cheering for the Twins during that era. And Kirby Puckett, he's all, a little stockier fella. I'm a big Kirby Puckett fan. Is that allowed as a Wisconsin sports fan to have a Minnesota, someone that you thoroughly enjoy as an athlete?
Yes, you can like whoever you want to like, and it doesn't change
I know,
how much
but
you
in the grand scheme
support
of
the local
things,
teams.
can you?
I think it's totally fine.
I don't know if it is. I feel a little.
Well,
okay.
I think this comes back to the Minnesota-Chicago thing. Like, the Vikings are coming to Lambeau on Sunday. It's a division rivalry, but are the Vikings a bigger rival than the Bears? I would say it's not okay to like any Chicago athlete figure because
Jordan?
Well, that's a little different. I'm saying like
you don't think Bears fans liked / respected the hell out of the two quarterbacks that kept beating their heads in?
No, I can
No,
almost.
they hated him.
I can
They
guarantee
respected him,
you
but they
that
hated
didn't.
him.
Yeah, they
But
respected.
none of
they were
us
getting
hated
crushed.
Michael Jordan. We all loved Michael Jordan.
Yeah, but Jordan's like the greatest of all time. I'm saying like Derek Lee when he was the first baseman for the Cubs, or Javi Baez, or
wait a
like,
minute.
I just
these
don't
guys.
Kirby Puckett to Derek Lee?
Derek Rose when he was an MVP with the Bulls. Like he's a good player.
Nobody
he's not the
really
greatest
loved
of all
Derek
time.
Rose. From a Bucks fan standpoint, we respected and loved Michael Jordan. I think we all can look back for all of us, Jason and I's age. I think we all respected the heck out of what Kirby Puckett and Kent Herbeck and that squad did.
Tom Brunansky.
Yes, but again,
Jack Morris.
Oh, I love it.
It's different.
I enjoyed that. Gagliano, Cole Gags, Eric Gagne, the old third baseman, or Greg Gagne.
Yeah, Eric Gagne was a closer in the 2000s.
Yeah, Greg
Gagliano.
Gagne. Eric
Who's
Gagne.
Gagliano?
Who was the shortstop? There was another guy.
I think he had it. I think it was Greg
Tommy
Gagne.
Pugliano.
Oh,
yeah. What a squad.
So I view
Minnesota. Knobloch.
Okay, while you guys are doing
Nobby.
this,
Knobs.
I view Minnesota, especially the Twins and like the Timberwolves, differently than the Gophers and the Vikings. Like I think
agree.
that's a different level of rival. But those like rooting for the Twins is something I think most people like this postseason. I wanted to see the Twins make a run, and I'm glad they won a series. I would have rather seen them in the World Series, but like the Twins are a rootable team. When the Brewers play the Twins, you want to beat them, but then you like go out to ice cream with them afterward, as opposed to the Cubs, where it's like that's a like
but the
hated
Vikings
rival.
we despise. We despise the
All right,
Vikings.
yes, but the Twins, both back when you were rooting for Kirby Puckett and now, they aren't in your division, right? Like the Twins were for a period,
different
right?
conference.
Same with the
During-
Timberwolves,
yeah.
yeah.
Right. So, but back in like 1987 or 1991, when you had to win your division to even make the playoffs, right? That was it. It was just division winners. And the AL East and the AL West were the two divisions. It's not like you felt a rivalry with the Twins. It was with the Yankees and the Orioles and the Red Sox and the Blue Jays. As a Brewers fan, that's who you were worried about. So if you didn't make the playoffs, you could cheer for Kirby Puckett and Dan Gladden and Kent Herbeck to your heart's content. I think that's totally different.
Yeah, good one. Frankie Sweet Music Viola.
Now, is Mike Pagliarulo who you were going for there?
Yeah, Pegs.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to clarify. I do have
There was a
their roster.
Lombardozzi. There was a Lombardozzi on that team, too. That was a fun team.
Bert
What a run, that
Blyleven.
4-year run. Yeah, Bert was pitching for him for a little bit. Mm-hmm.
All right. Somewhere Rob Vogel is enjoying this walk down memory lane as a huge Twins fan and a huge Kirby Puckett fan. All right, so
I'm starting to wish we had taken the request to talk about Badger men's hockey win last night.
Well, they beat the Gophers.
The number
which we
one
despise,
Minnesota,
so it
yeah.
works out well, yeah.
Yeah, and never mind. All right, so Kirby Puckett, okay to cheer for. I
loved
you
Kirby
tomorrow
Puckett.
night.
Yeah, I loved Kirby Puckett, and I'm not going to apologize for it.
Nor should you. And a great win for the Badgers as they do beat the number 1 ranked Gophers, and it is a new era in Badger men's hockey as well. That was not on the to-do list for today, however. We do want to do our green and gold game preview, but Tausch, I want you to hear, and again, maybe I kind of blurted something out that I wasn't intending to, and it led to an interesting answer, not the blank happens like last week with Joe Barry, but about the offensive line rotation. And Jesse, there's I know you have a bunch of clips, but the one where I asked Steno about changing the starting lineup on the offensive line, I was kind of referring to Yash taking over at left tackle because Rasheed Walker has struggled, but then somehow I end up basically saying, are you going to move Zach Tom to center? Which was not my intent, but it leads to a really interesting answer from Steno. Here is that exchange from yesterday.
With a team that's this blitz heavy, I'm guessing it's not the greatest time to contemplate any sort of changes, but you do talk about how you have to compete every week in that group, and you've coached that group before. Are there conversations about making changes from week to week?
Yeah.
I mean, legitimate, not like, oh, you need to compete, but like conversations. And if you were to make changes, not saying you're doing that this week, but how challenging is that to make a switch during the season?
I don't think at this point it's too challenging. But yeah, every week we're evaluating our personnel and evaluating who we think is the best guy to be out there for us in every position, not alone just the offensive line. So, yeah, I don't know if that answers your question.
Well, but the reason I'm asking is because it looked like for the brief time that you put Tom at center, he had a good play off of it. Obviously, he went back out to right tackle. I'm just trying to understand. You don't want to be juggling a whole hell of a lot of guys here. So I'm just wondering how you go about handling a situation like that.
You're saying moving Zach to center?
Possibly, yes.
Oh, no. I think to say, like, Josh Myers is playing the best he's played in his career. I think he's playing really well. So I don't think right now that is the best move for us because he is one of our best 5 players. Josh, I'm talking about. Zach's obviously playing really well as well at tackle. So, yeah, you always prepare guys, all right, hey, if this guy goes down, you're the next guy up. And sometimes that means you have to shuffle a starter to another spot and bring another guy in. You try as much as possible not to do that, where you can just go 1 for 1 instead of having to replace 2 starters. But in that scenario, we felt like that was the best for us.
All right, so I wasn't expecting him to flat out say, so you're talking moving Zach to center, because this is not the week to do it. You need Zach Tom at right tackle to try and neutralize Daniil Hunter. So I get that. But, Tausch, the part that I wasn't expecting, kind of like the last time I asked Steno a question about offensive line play, and he crapped all over Yash Nyman, the best he's played in his career, Josh Myers? Does that surprise you as much as it surprised me?
Well, if you look at it, this is Josh's 3rd year, right? I just want to make sure my years are
is,
correct.
yeah. Yep.
Year 3.
Yep.
Year 1, he had a bunch of injuries. He
Yep.
played a little bit. We kind of wiped that out. Last year, he was put in a position where they wanted to replace him all offseason. They didn't. So this year, you always look and listen for what coaches say and what they don't say. They didn't say he's playing great football. They said he's playing his best. So that is because I'm sure Steno is also hypersensitive to being called into the head football coach's office. What the hell are you doing again, man? Why do I constantly have to be correcting your stuff that you're saying? Why do you let Wilde get in your head? So he is going to go from a positive standpoint, but he's not going to lie to you. So Josh Myers could be playing his best ball, and he could be one of the best 5. Now, the follow-up would have been, is he playing good enough for you to win? Because I would make an argument that that's not where they're at. And if they could, they would have someone else in there. Now, Josh Myers, I think, is a big, strong dude. But as we've seen, and I give Balaga a ton of credit because he is grinding on that film, he has been on this from the jump. And if you look at where this team is struggling, getting on the second level has been a problem. Combination blocks has been a problem. So that moving guys around and Elton being out and all that has definitely hurt. But he has not said, man, Josh Myers is our center of the future. He has been awesome. Whereas with Zach Tom, I would say he's basically said Zach Tom's been really good.
He did.
He didn't qualify anything by saying Zach Tom's been the best Zach Tom that we've ever seen. I mean, Zach Tom's been playing really good football. That's what he said. So that's how I interpreted it. I think that he also, by saying he is one of the top 5, I think is acknowledging that this group has a lot of work to do. That's how I looked at this whole scenario. I did not look at this as some glowing Josh Myers recommendation by any stretch.
Not the kind of glowing recommendation or glowing praise you would have if you were, say, covering the 1987 Twins and talking about Steve Lombardozzi or Gary Gaetti.
Gaetti, the third baseman. Yeah.
Tim Laudner, the catcher.
There was somebody else that caught for them besides Laudner.
Sal Butera, Tom Nieto, and Mark Salas all on their roster as catchers during the course of that season.
That didn't
I don't want to tell you how many texts are on the text line right now just naming Twins of the late 80s,
Roy
early 90s.
Smalley.
Dude, I think there is, because the Brewers were good, but they never really pushed, we always looked at the Twins like, see, they can do it, we can do it. And I think people jumped on board the Twins as Wisconsin sports fans, which sounds sacrilegious. There's a lot of us at our age that enjoyed seeing the Twins win 2 championships. There is.
And I totally agree. 87 and 91. And Billy Bean, who goes on to become Moneyball guy, also on that 87 team.
Just wait, Billy Bean was on the World Series championship team?
On the 87 team. Yes, he was.
Is that right?
Alongside Kirby Puckett and Tom Brunansky and the other luminaries. Don
Jack,
Baylor also.
Jack Morris was on there, obviously, in that 91 run, but the 87 run was special. Was that the year Kirby did that? I can't believe he did that, or was that 91?
I thought that was 91. I'd have to defer to others.
Okay.
There were a couple of old-time pitchers, though, on that 87 team. Steve Carlton was on that team.
Oh, lefty.
And Joe Necro.
Phil's brother, yeah. Joseph.
All right. And Frankie's Sweet Music Viola, of course, part of both those teams.
Moneyball's not going to hold up when the Athletics move to Vegas.
Hey,
and they
who
never
was
win
the
a title, right?
Who was the closer on that team?
Jeff Reardon, if I recall correctly.
Oh, Sweet Beard Reardon, we called him. Yep. Old Sweet Beard.
You would pretend to be him when you were playing wiffle ball on the farm.
He threw like a submarine style, didn't he?
No, that's, I think, Dan Quisenberry.
Kent
Colby.
Yeah. What a squad.
Oh, my God.
What a squad.
If you tuned into today's show and you're like, oh, my God, they just referenced Kent Colby, who, by the way, was a sidearm submariner for the Pittsburgh Pirates, if I recall correctly.
Great old pirate hats.
You're like, what the hell have I turned on here?
Packers, Vikings, Wisconsin, Ohio State. Huge
Big win
weekend
for the Badger men's hockey team.
And we're naming Twins of the 90s.
All right, Tausch, bring back some normalcy. Tell us about AmFam and the Badgers, and we'll get to the green and gold game preview next.
AmFam wants you to celebrate all things Wisconsin Badgers. Go to amfam.com/Badgers. Fun little deal. You can get courtside passes to any of the Badger basketball games coming up. Still got a couple of football games left. You can get down on the field for that. Again, go to amfam.com/Badgers. You get a bunch of swag. You get the first-class treatment down at Camp Randall or over at the Kohl Center. No purchase is necessary. Dream fearlessly. Insure carefully.
We will talk Packers-Vikings. We will do the green and gold game preview. Come hell or Gary Gaetti. Next, it's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
All right, Team Pella, listen up.
Thanks, John Kuhn. Customers love our products with limited lifetime warranties. Check out these big plays. Incredible innovations like blinds and shades between the glass.
No interference on that play, Coach.
And stylish windows with hidden screens that make game days a breeze.
Can it get any better?
It can. With monthly payments as low as $19 per window, $75 per patio door, and a free quote at PellaWI.com.
Let's go.
6.99 APR for 120 months. Certain restrictions apply. See showroom for details. Offers on 10/31/2023.
LabCorp Clinical Trials is changing to a new name, Fortrea. While the name may be different, Fortrea combines decades of great experience and professionalism with new opportunities for clinical trial participation. It's more than a mission and more than a new name. Fortrea is dedicated to moving healthcare forward. To learn more about the future of healthcare and upcoming clinical trials, visit us at FortreaClinicalTrials.com. That's FORTREA clinicaltrials.com.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau.
The standards have been set from quarterbacks that have been here before us, and you're trying to continue to raise your game until you get to that bar.
This is your green and gold fix on 100.5 ESPN.
You're going to evolve throughout the course of the season. It's always the fine line of what's too much.
This green and gold fix is driven by Metro Ford.
The Packers wide receiver room has been much maligned this season, whether it's the inability to get open or tipped passes and dropped balls, but Jordan Love is staying confident in his guys.
In the receiver room, I mean, Christian, Wicks, I mean, those are both guys that, make people miss, and they got that playmaker ability. Samari, Rome, I mean, everybody, but, I think I'm confident in our receivers, and, when we get the ball in the perimeter, get the ball in their hands, that they're going to, go out there, make those guys miss and make plays.
The Packers and Vikings from Lambeau Field on Sunday at noon as Green Bay looks to snap a 3-game losing streak.
Purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Ford at Metro Ford of Madison on the east side today.
Ready to zero in on your home improvements? Then set your sights on your home equity, because now you can get a home equity line of credit with 0% intro APR for 3 months and 8% APR after that. It's the lowest intro APR around. That's just math. Visit uwcu.org to get started with your home equity line of credit today. UW Credit Union, here for every you. Equal housing lender. Call 1-800-533-6773 for details about credit costs and terms.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
To those who've ever dreamt of their perfect event, those dreams are worthy and they are possible. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With hard work, passion, and great music, we will make your event dreams a reality. Every event is a labor of love, with one-on-one planning, customization, and flawless execution. Bringing your event to life is what we do. For a fun, memorable event, visit celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Tito's wants to make sure you have the best tailgate on the block. Win game day gear by entering to win at titostailgate.com. Enter by November 15th for your chance to win a Solo Stove Grill or a Brewmate. For official rules, visit titostailgate.com. Must be 21 plus to enter.
Quick clarification, as Tausch has pointed out on Twitter, or X. 87, Jeff Reardon. 91, Steve Bedrosian.
Bedrock.
Also, Rick
Bedrock.
Aguilera was on that pitching staff. I think maybe he was a starter and then he converted to being a reliever later in his career.
Yeah.
Scott Erickson also in that pitching rotation. Tom Edens, Mark Guthrie. And that's enough Twins
Leif
talk.
Erickson. Yeah.
Time now for the Green and Gold game preview, thank God.
Let's take a closer look at this week's matchup. This is the Green and Gold game preview.
Rivalry game Sunday at Lambeau Field. Packers, Vikings, noon kickoff. I'd say season on the line, but we kind of said that last week, so just a big game for the Green and Gold. Tausch, what's the big storyline heading into Sunday afternoon's contest?
The big storyline for this one, can the Green Bay Packers get in Kirk Cousins' face? We saw San Francisco, I thought, did an okay job with that. I think you're probably facing the best tackle tandem in the NFL with O'Neal and with Darrisaw. I love Darrisaw. I think he is the best left tackle in the business. I was texting with a couple of other players to get their gauge on it. They all love him. Not everybody agreed, but everybody had him in one of the top tiers, if you will. So Rashawn Gary is obviously our big pressure guy. I would move him around. You remember a couple years ago when Z moved in and played against the guards and gave Minnesota all kinds of trouble? I think it was a Monday night or a Sunday night game. That's what I want to see with Joe Barry. I don't want you just to say, you know what, let's love this matchup with Darrisaw and Rashawn or O'Neal. Yeah, they're going to have to beat those guys too, but I want a little creativity. I like a little flexibility. And I think if you are able to get to Kirk Cousins, who has always been good when things are on time and regular, if that's the case, Minnesota's going to have a good day. I don't think that's going to be the case, and I think Joe Barry's going to be creative with his blitzing to make sure that that doesn't happen.
We all know Tausch has been on this game saying that the Vikings are going to come in after their big win over the 49ers and experience a letdown. I think the storyline is on the other side of the ball for the Packers, and that is, are they finally going to get their act together offensively? 63-6, they have been outscored in their last 4 first halves. Are they going to come home and be able to get off to a good start for once? Even the last time they won, they built themselves a 17-0 deficit before coming back in the fourth quarter to win. So to me, the storyline is, against a blitz-heavy scheme, can Jordan Love survive and then get the ball out and get it to his playmakers who can make some plays after they get the ball in their hands? Next.
Question number 2 in our Green and Gold game preview. Besides Jordan Love, which player is most important to the Packers' success on Sunday against the Vikings? Tausch?
Kenny Clark. I think we've all given Kenny Clark a lot of love, and Kenny Clark's a really good football player. I need more impact plays. I need more. He has ruined people's career. I mean, he has put centers on their back. He loves playing the Vikings. I think he takes this rivalry very personal. He has been very good in this rivalry, but he's getting in the backfield. You're seeing some flashes. I need to see him make plays in the backfield. He has to be, as I said, I think their exterior, their 2 tackles are really good. I think interiorly, he needs to be my dog of the game on our post-game show.
Roof,
That's
roof, roof.
how much of a woof, woof. He needs to be that impactful. And if he is, I think we're going to be in a great spot. But Kenny Clark needs to be that guy. He is paid in a big way. He is a really good player. I need him to be the Aaron Donald, the put-in big-name interior defensive lineman here. I need the plays to come along with all of the talent.
There's a few that spring to mind. I'm eager to see how much Aaron Jones plays. He did not practice Wednesday. He was limited yesterday, but Matt LaFleur, after he didn't practice on Wednesday, said that he's hoping they can ramp up his snaps. Since Chicago, he has played 43 total snaps over the past 5 games. Missed 3 of them, scarcely played in the other 2. But if Jair Alexander is not playing, and that based on Matt LaFleur's affect yesterday when he was talking about him, I do not like Jair Alexander's chances of playing in this game. They also don't have Eric Stokes. They have gone from champagne problem at corner to being very limited there and having to play Carrington Valentine and Corey Ballantyne and Valentine in their secondary, and they don't have Darnell Savage at safety either. So my pick, Rasul Douglas. They have 5 interceptions this season. They need him to play well against Jordan Addison. They need him to get a takeaway. So him, Rudy Ford, whoever it may be, they need to get some takeaways off Kirk Cousins. Next.
Last question. A new question this week in the Green and Gold game preview.
Oh, boy.
What bold prediction are you willing to make for Sunday's game betting Mad Dog Russo's job on the line? Tausch?
We are going to score a touchdown in the first half. Is
That
that
is
bold
bold.
enough?
That is bold.
It seems like it shouldn't be that bold, but the Green Bay Packers, I believe they win the toss. I take the ball this week. I don't mess around. Matt LaFleur needs to start sending some signals. What are you, oh my gosh, about?
No, I love the messaging that you want to send, but do you legitimately have confidence that that's not going to end in a 3-and-out punt?
Yeah, no, I think it's going to. I think one of the things that we underlook a ton in professional sports is the psychology of things and the human nature side of it. I think we underestimate way too much of that. And you need to instill confidence in your guys when they're down. It's real easy when things are going swimmingly. Nobody needs any confidence boost in the third quarter. It's been a good third quarter team. You need some in the beginning of the game. And I want a message sent, and I want to send it to them. When I get into that meeting room, and I know it's already happened, Wednesday morning, you say to your team, listen, I know we've struggled. The messaging from the media all week is going to be how bad we are on offense and how we can't score in the first half and blah, 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 blah. We're taking the ball, and I'm going to Hasselbeck this, and we're going to score. That's what I'm doing if I'm Matt LaFleur.
Oh, okay.
And if they don't, Mad Dog Russo, we appreciate your service at Mad Dog Radio.
We're going to miss you, yeah. I'm going to make a bolder prediction than that. Keyshawn Nixon, who has been a complete non-factor thus far.
He's going to be traded?
He's only, maybe he's traded on Monday. But on Sunday, he returns a kickoff for a touchdown.
Tutter!
He did that last year against the Vikings.
Indeed he did. Yes, thank you for that. That's perfect. So, yes, whether or not that actually comes to fruition, who the heck knows. But they need a boost from their special teams. They are I'm a big Rich Bisaccia guy. I enjoyed him coming into the locker room last week and regaling us with stories of being a kid growing up in New York, but growing up as a Marquette fan because Al McGuire was from New York and they had New York guys that were on that team. He played with one of them, I think, when he was growing up. He had his arm around me while he was telling the entire story, which was a little unexpected. But they have not done enough on special teams. Their kicker's been good.
Who had their arm around you? Rich?
Rich Bisaccia. Like we were old pals hanging out down on the corner in like Jersey Boys or something.
And you just let that happen?
That's awkward.
It was awkward. I'm not going to lie. For him and for me, I'm guessing. But they need to do more.
You just stand there and you
yes.
put your arm around him?
No, I did not. That would have been funny, though, in retrospect.
Have you ever put your arm around anyone?
No, I don't know if I have. No, not in the locker room. No, never. 28 years. No.
Hey,
no
Aaron,
arm.
let me tell you about growing up in
Tausch, come on over here, big fella. Let me tell you about an old offensive lineman.
Well, Jason, let me put some clothes on first, and then I'll come over.
Yes. It does not.
What a weird. That is so awkward. That's a.
Not.
I like it. It probably butters you up, and it makes Will.
It was, yeah. I do.
Nice.
I really do like him. Not as awkward as the time before Tausch arrived in the locker room, and I tell this story a lot because it's one of my favorites. But talk about awkward. Antonio Freeman, who became a good friend, and I really enjoyed covering him during his time, but early in his career, him demonstrating how he gets off of press man, bump and run coverage, and jerking and grabbing and pushing me when he was wearing only a jock strap. That was much more awkward than the arm around.
Yeah, maybe don't use the jerkin term and some of that.
I tried to put that.
Maybe
I tried
clean
to put
that
that
up
in
and
the
just
front.
say he was showing me how to get off. Don't even say that. Just say he was teaching me about press man coverage. Don't even say that.
He was never mind.
You know what? I'm going to chill. Why don't I chill? I'm going to go grab me a Coors Light. That's what I need when I look into chill. Brewed with a 3-step cold process, cold lager, cold filtered, and it's cold package because it is made to chill. And I'm going to make sure the mountains are blue after Jason was just talking about Lord knows what with Tonya Freeman. It is always Coors Light in my hand when I need a moment to chill. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Rich Bisaccia and I are headed out to have a Coors Light together. All right, so we need to play trivia. I know there were some of you, including our Winnipeg correspondent, the Klinkster, who really enjoyed end-of-show trivia. I'm not letting that happen again. So we're going to do it now. Jesse, what's today's category, and what caller would you like?
Today's category, great moments in Wisconsin-Ohio State history. That's our way we're getting that conversation into the show today. Great moments in Badgers and Buckeyes history.
All right. Caller number, what's the spread in the game? 14.5?
That is the spread, yeah.
Caller 14, 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. Caller 14 to play trivia. Next, it's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
For those who just can't wait for Black Friday, head over to Fleet Farm today for great Black Friday Now deals. Like a free battery pack with Milwaukee heated jackets, in-store only. Or 40% off all men's Field and Forest flannel. And don't miss our trick-or-treating event on Saturday, October 28th from 10 till noon. With treats for the first 200 kids and gift cards for best costumes. Enjoy Black Friday savings now at Fleet Farm, home of everything you need for everyday life.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Alex Strofe.
This Badger Minute brought to you by your Badgerland Chevy dealers, proud supporters of Badger Athletics. Go to BadgerlandChevy.com. Wisconsin and Ohio State will meet for the 86th time tomorrow at Camp Randall Stadium, but it will be the first time with Ohio State alum Luke Fickell leading the way for the Wisconsin Badgers. Wisconsin has only beaten Ohio State 18 times in history, with each of the last 9 matchups between the two teams going in favor of the Buckeyes. Wisconsin's last win was in 2010 at Camp Randall Stadium, but each of the last 2 games played at Camp Randall have gone to overtime. The Buckeyes are favored by 14.5 points, with kickoff slated for 6:30 on it.
Badger Minutes on ESPN Wisconsin are brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule an appointment online today at PellaWI.com.
From color-changing alexandrite to shimmering zircon and everything in between at Chalmers Jewelers, you'll find high-quality, affordable, one-of-a-kind pieces. We source straight from the gem cutters, and we manufacture in-house from start to finish. As the manufacturer, we believe in truth in pricing. Never pay more for quality and stunning, beautiful jewelry. She's one of a kind, and so should her jewelry be. While others may send your jewelry dreams to someone else to make, with us, your dreams become reality with the help of our custom jewelers, with you involved the whole way. With a staff that has over 200 years of combined experience, why buy from a place that marks up jewelry made by the thousands? When you can buy direct from Chalmers for that one-of-a-kind piece that is better quality, often for less.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
And Madison.
Ben Brust here to tell you about why your next work van should be from Mercedes-Benz Sprinter at Zimbrick European. First off, we have versatility. The Sprinter vans offer 16 body types and thousands of ways to customize that space. Number 2, we have reliability. Sprinter's most powerful diesel engines last longer and require less maintenance, spend more time on the road and less time in those bays. Number 3, we have safety. Sprinter's safety technologies include curtain airbags all around, load adaptive electronic stability program, and crosswind and attention assist. Number 4, Van Care Mobile. Our maintenance team can come to you with routine service. Who wants to go in? Let them come to you. They work with multiple trucks on one visit. Use the Mercedes Me Connect. And last but not least, get your Zimbrick Sprinter at Zimbrick European at Rimrock Road and the Beltline, or go online at ZimbrickEuropean.com because they never charge over the MSRP.
Bucket Honeys in Monona is hosting the new Wisconsin Huddle Show featuring star Wisconsin athletes and CBS sports anchor Zach Hanley every Monday night at 6:30. A $30 ticket includes a reserved seat, meet and greet, and a themed tailgate-style dinner spread. Wisconsin Huddle airs on WISC CBS every Friday evening. Come be a part of the live taping of Wisconsin Huddle and get to know your favorite Wisconsin student athletes. Call B&H Monona to reserve your seat at 608-478-2618. We'll see you at Bucket Honeys.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
Follow me, everything is alright. I'll be the one to tuck you in at night. And if you want to leave, I can guarantee you won't find nobody else like me.
It is time for trivia and a first-time contestant. Always brings a smile to my face. Let's welcome in Eric in Fall River. Eric, good morning. How are you today?
I'm great, Jason. How about yourself?
And this is Fall River, Wisconsin, not Fall River, Massachusetts, where our buddy Chris Herron is from, right?
Correct.
Okay, then you are eligible to get the prize pack, so that's a good thing. All right. The category, great moments in Wisconsin-Ohio State history. Not sure there are enough to do more than 3 questions, but we'll see how this goes.
Wow.
First one I remember very clearly. Here we go, Eric. Which iconic college football broadcaster was on the ESPN call for David Gilreath's game-opening kick return and Wisconsin's upset win over number 1 Ohio State at Camp Randall Stadium in 2010? Was it Brent Musburger, Vern Lundquist, or 12-year-old Noah Eagle?
I'm going to go with A, Brent Musburger.
You are looking live. Now, in fairness, Jesse, I think your pops, you as the son he never wanted, has the ultimate call on that, right? And this game is underway with a bang.
Yeah, he nailed that one. But the iconic dulcet tones of Brent Musburger with David Gilreath from the 3. And then just takes off. Oh, chills.
All right,
let's get one of those from Noah tomorrow night on NBC, am I right?
Yeah. Tausch, you got question 2.
Well, why don't you see if Becca will get you that blanket? I'll help you with those chills. All right.
Whoa,
how many
Nelly.
times?
And you're concerned about my story about Rich Bisaccia and Antonio Freeman.
How many times have Wisconsin and Ohio State met in the Big Ten football championship game? Is it 1, 2, or 3?
Ooh, this is a tough one. I remember.
It is.
I remember watching one getting beat down pretty bad. Well, no, we didn't win any of them. I'm gonna go. I'll go right in the middle, longitudinally B.
I do like the longitudinally. I respect the longitudinally.
Should have went asymmetrically to 2 and went 3.
So, Jesse, there was the one 3. That Eric mentioned. There was the...
Yeah, it was 3.
There was the one where they almost actually won, and they had the Hornibrook had the ball in his hands with a chance to go win the game.
Yep. So there was 2014 was 59-0. 2017 was 12-0 with the ball in Hornibrook's hands in the final drive. And then 2019 they were up 21-7 in the first half, and then they had to go replace the turf in the end zone, and that was like derailing all the momentum that the Badgers had. They probably would have won that game if the momentum doesn't get stopped by the carpet guy in the end zone. Yeah.
All right, let's bounce back, Eric. Let's get question 3. Although I don't like your chances. Here we go. In 1999, Wisconsin beat Ohio State 42-17 in Columbus, led by 4 rushing touchdowns by Ron Dane. One other Badgers player had a rushing touchdown that day. Who was it? Was it Michael Bennett, Matt Unertle, or Eddie Faulkner?
Wow, those are some names from the past.
Indeed.
My first gut instinct would be Bennett, but you said you didn't think I would get it, so that's throwing me for a loop there. I'm going to go with the wild card and take Unertle.
Some good deductive reasoning. But you managed to kind of Tausch it. The correct answer, Eddie Faulkner. Eddie Faulkner.
That would have been my number 2. I knew Bennett was too easy.
I'm guessing, Tausch, do you remember his touchdown? I mean, you played in that game, right?
I did.
Did you know Eddie Faulkner scored a touchdown?
No.
Okay.
No. I honestly don't remember. I just remember it being one of my favorite locker rooms of all time. Other than that, I don't remember a ton. I just know we Green Bay Packered them in the second half.
Yeah. 36-0 in the second half. They beat them.
Yeah, we played like the Packers in the first half and the second half. Unfortunately, we were able to overcome it from the first.
Which was the Badgers-Ohio State game that they use in draft day for Bo Callahan's video? Do you remember that?
I don't. I do not think that movie is as good as you do. So
there's not many people that do. All right, I'm sorry, Eric. You did get one right, so that's one more than Scuba Chad earlier this week. So you have 2 entries into our drawing. Yes, there's a chance. We appreciate you playing, buddy.
I appreciate everything you guys do. Keep up the good work.
All right, Eric. Good luck to you in the drawing later today. Those were hard, Jesse. Even the first one was hard. Like Vern Lundquist is a viable answer there.
No.
Vern Lundquist.
The first one was pretty easy.
Like Vern Lundquist called how many Wisconsin football games in his career? 1?
No idea.
Like
None.
The Sun Bowl one time, like 30 years ago.
Yeah, definitely not a gimme. Though.
I still can't believe Vern Lundquist called the ice skating championship with Tanya Harding and Nancy Kerrigan. That is, to me, still the craziest thing on Vern's schedule.
He is definitely a man of many
Who would you
talents.
rank above the other there, Vern or Brent Musburger? Who had the better career?
Vern. I'll take Vern's career all day, every day.
Dude, Musburger is in the first Rocky.
Yeah, I understand. It's not
Vern's
going to
in
be
Happy
for everybody.
Gilmore.
Fair.
Dude, Vern Lundquist sits at 16. He still does. He was there for Tiger's chip. He was there for Jack's championship. He's there at the Nancy Kerrigan deal. Like, he's been everywhere, man. He's been
Just
everywhere.
like Johnny Cash. All right, speaking of people who are everywhere, Uncle Homer will join us during the 10 o'clock hour. We will also do our prize picks of the week and our Steinhof sleepers of the week. That's all still ahead in the 10 o'clock hour, which starts in 2 minutes. So stick around. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it yourself at 2 convenient Madison locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Honda certified technicians handle it all. You can even get flexible payment options. Fix your car now and pay later. Apply online to see your options in seconds with no hard credit check. Make your service appointment online at ZimbrickHonda.com. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Hey, this is former Badger Brad Norton.
It's a fake. Great call and great execution.
You're listening to a Good Karma Brands radio station, 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison for generations. Check them out at 220 State Street and online at goodmansjewelers.com. Rivalry weekend for football across the state at every level. Wisconsin, Ohio State tomorrow night at Camp Randall Stadium, 6:30 kickoff, televised on NBC. The Badgers listed as 14.5-point underdogs against the third-ranked Buckeyes. Wisconsin hasn't beaten Ohio State at Camp Randall since 2010. ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day gets the party started starting at 4:30, live from Regent Street, taking you up till kickoff tomorrow on 100.5 ESPN and Wisconsin On Demand. Sunday, Packers-Vikings NFC North rivalry at Lambeau Field. Noon kickoff, Packers listed as 1.5-point underdogs. That's shifted from a straight pick'em, which the line opened at the start of the week. ESPN Packers reporter Rob Domofsky with the latest, including the team's injury report, over at ESPNWisconsin.com. Plenty more to come, talking Packers-Vikings on Wilde and Tausch. And Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania tonight, level 2 of the high school football playoffs rivalry game, 3rd seed Middleton at 2 seed Verona.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
I've been grinding so long, been trying it for years. And I got nothing to show, just climbing this rope right here. And if there's a man upstairs, he kept bringing me rain. But I've been sending up prayers and something's changed. I think I finally found my heart.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch kicks off now, and it kicks off, I don't know if it's the best game we play, certainly a great partner, but it definitely has the best music for any game we play. Time now for our prize picks of the week.
Love this music.
Remember the numbers game?
Yeah, sure do. I love prize picks, too, by the way. You were talking about it the other day, or earlier in the show even. 4-pick power play. Crushed it last night. It's a big win for old Nelly.
Old Nelly.
Tausch, I'll give you some advice if you need it. Meanwhile, real projections, courtesy of Prize Picks. Been a while since we've done this together, but when we do, we typically find a couple of winners here. More or less.
You missed the last 3 Fridays.
That's very true. Yeah, understood. The Packers played on a Thursday. I'm not the only one who's taking a day off. Old T. Regardless, Jordan Love, we usually start with the quarterback. Jordan Love, more or less than 219.5 passing yards. 219.5. Tausch, what do you do, more or less there?
More. I don't think we're going to get to 3 bills, but I think we're going to get to 250. And Christian Watson's going to redeem himself. Big play against the Minnesota Vikings. You obviously remember what happened in the opener last year. I think the Vikings, the fact that it's a little underrated part of the week. If Christian Watson had been playing better, I think it would have been more of a storyline. Minnesota Vikings gladly said, hey, Green Bay, yep, we'll take your pick. You take this young stud that everybody seems to like. We don't think he's that good. He's up there. It's close to home. It's a homecoming game for C. Watt. And he's going to have a big game. I think that's going to spur Jordan Love on to getting more than 219 yards.
I believe he's going to have more, too. That seems like a lower number, and it makes me wonder if the projection setters have soured after all these projections in recent weeks for Jordan Love. I know Tausch tends to take the running numbers. Are those part of this equation as well or not?
I did not have it on our sheet this week because I figured Tausch would take it no matter.
I lost last night with Josh Allen. I thought he was banged up. I thought he would dice through and it'd be a ho-hummer, and that cost me one of my deals last night, Josh Allen. I would guess that Jordan Love's rushing yards has to be around 20 now. for the number.
How about 15.5? That's what we've got on Prize
like-
Picks. Just pulled it up.
I love the more because of the blitzing.
Yeah.
The blitzing that Minnesota does. All it takes is one man coverage. Whoop, get out of there. Pick up a hot 25, and we're good to go.
Pick up a hot 25.
Hot 25. All right, how about a hot 251.5 passing yards for Kirk Cousins? Tausch, you going to dabble with that one?
I think, I'm going to go more because I feel like this is going to be one of those games where Green Bay is very tough on the run game, and I think they're going to have a couple of big plays. I think Minnesota, they got Addison catching some big balls last week. I think their tight end game, they're going to get a little something brewing. So I think they will score some points, and I do think that Kirk will get over 251. I think more.
I'm intrigued by this. This feels like I'm being entrapped. Kirk Cousins' passing yardage so far this season, game by game, 344, 364, 367, 139 in a win over Carolina. 284, 181 in a win over Chicago. 378 on Monday night. That's a wide variance.
It's a swath.
Indeed, a very wide swath. Look, if they're not going to have Jair Alexander and they're not going to have Eric Stokes and they're going to have the law firm of Valentine and Ballantyne having to play a lot, I'm going to take them more on this.
Yeah, we agree.
You're both leaning more. I guess I might want to lock that one in. Same with Jordan Love rushing yards. Unless, because you can only pick the same player once in any entry on Prize Picks.
Oh, interesting.
Jordan Love, more or less than 1.5 passing, rushing, or receiving touchdowns. Tutters on Sunday. 1.5, any variation of touchdowns for Jordan Love. Tausch, what do you think?
Well, I'm biased on this one because I picked Green Bay to win. So I'm going to say more, but I don't think it's going to be star-spangled more. I think maybe 2. I like that projection. Prize Picks is kind of teasing you a little bit, the 1.5. Because I almost guarantee 1. I'm going to go more, but I don't feel star-spangled awesome about it.
I feel incredibly star-spangled awesome about it. I think this is going to be a really good day for Jordan Love against the Blitz, and the storyline after the game will be, we thought the Blitz was going to eat him alive, and instead he ate the Vikings alive. And the Packers got back on track with a win at Lambeau Field.
Yeah, Jason, I don't think Flores is obviously a big blitz guy. He's done it all season.
Yeah.
They will blitz. Teams have not had to blitz the Green Bay Packers.
They have not.
And I think with Danielle Hunter, if he's healthy and ready to roll, I think they're going to show a lot and try to confuse him. I wouldn't. Why would you blitz if you don't have to? You don't.
I suppose to force him into some major mistakes and get lots of sacks because their offensive line has not been good, and he has not historically been great against the blitz. But you're right. Teams have not, Steno said it yesterday, teams have not blitzed him a lot this season at all, which would also make me think maybe I will do that to him if I'm Flores.
And let me tell you something. Bill Parcells said it, and I've heard other coaches say it. You should be welcoming the blitz. I know I loved it when teams blitzed us because our quarterback, as long as we knew what the hell we were doing, because that's when you get the gash run plays. That's when you get home runs, is when you know a blitz is coming and you can pick it up. Home run city, baby. It's Kirby Puckett circa 91 in Game 6.
And we'll see you Sunday at noon. Jesse, you got one more or no?
I do. Do we want to go Christian Watson or Alexander Madison? Which one would you guys like to dive into?
I kind of want you to go Wicks if he's got some.
Tay Wicks was not listed on Prize Picks. I looked for you, so
too many people took advantage of Tay in the last couple of weeks. I get it.
Maybe he'll pop up as we get closer to kickoff.
Let's go Addison. I want to go Addison.
Okay, well, Madison is who I said, not Addison.
No, I thought you meant the wideout. No, I don't want to go Madison. Go Watson then. Gosh.
You said Madison.
I thought you said Addison.
I didn't realize. Now that you're saying it, I never really thought that they have a Madison and an Addison. How about Jordan Addison of the Vikings? 58.5 receiving yards.
Less.
Even with the corner situation being what it is?
Yeah, because I think he is now a known cat. You know it. I think you're going to I would think Sewell would be covering him a bunch. I'm going to call it, too. I think Sewell has a pick 6 in this ball game.
Wow. Very bold.
I'll put Mad Dog Russo's job on it. That's how good
there
it
we
is.
go. That's one of my favorite things to do on this show. All right. First of all, I think more. Wait, are we doing Addison or Madison? Now I'm confused.
We're on Jordan Addison, the rookie wide receiver. You could also select Alexander Madison, more or less 64.5 rushing and receiving yards.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to throw away his shot or not. I will say,
Good one.
Thanks.
Good one.
More on Jordan Addison, less on Alexander Hamilton / Madison, and more from Tausch about Prize Picks and what a fun game it is to play.
Daily fantasy sports made easy. Prize Picks is the best legal way to place player props in Wisconsin. Playing simple last night. Jesse, correct me. Who was Philly's point guard that I had taken more than and hit last night?
Is that Maxey? Is that who you
Maxey. Yeah. Tyrell Maxey. Big there. Obviously it was on my guy Dalla Dame. Had a good night. Could have been great if Josh Allen would have went less on his rushing yards. I'm going to go more on Jordan Love on Sunday. You guys go ahead, look at the whole wide swath. You got all these Vikings. We just talked about Packers. You got college football. You got everything at your disposal this weekend on Prize Picks for every sport you could think of. And they have an easy-to-use mobile app, both in the App Store and Google Play. You can also go to prizepicks.com. And when you do, make sure you use that promo code WI and you receive an instant match up to $100. You put 100 in, Prize Picks gives you 100. Daily fantasy sports made easy. Again, go to prizepicks.com to get started today.
Our Steinhoffel sleepers of the week are next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
All right, Team Pella, listen up.
Thanks, John Kuhn. Customers love our products with limited lifetime warranties. Check out these big plays. Incredible innovations like blinds and shades between the glass.
No interference on that play, Coach.
And stylish windows with hidden screens that make game days a breeze.
Can it get any better?
It can. With monthly payments as low as $19 per window, $75 per patio door, and a free quote at PellaWI.com.
Let's go.
6.99 APR for 120 months. Certain restrictions apply. See show for details. Offers on 10/31/2023.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
Hey, Drew Scott here, and I'm Jonathan Scott, reminding you that life's better with a home policy from American Family Insurance. They can help you get just the right protection at just the right price and help you save when you bundle home and auto. Kind of like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. It'll be just right for you. We love a custom build. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Win a Coors Light full court experience with a trip to Minneapolis this March. Sign up now at participating locations around Madison to win an all-inclusive trip to the men's college basketball conference tournament. Don't miss your shot. Enjoy Blue Mountains and the best men's hoops in the Midwest. One lucky winner will be announced on Rutledge and Hamilton on January 8th. Visit Scotty Bar, Lucky's, Jordan Big Ten Pub, Nitty Gritty, Wando's, and Pooley's to scan the QR code and enter today. Must be 21 or older to enter. No purchase necessary.
It's spooky season, and that means spooktacular savings at Metro Ford of Madison. Get into a stylish 2023 Ford Edge at 0% APR financing. For 66 months to qualified credit, $16.43 per 1,000 borrowed. Or the popular Ford F-150 for 3.9% APR. For 66 months to qualified credit, $15.15 per 1,000 borrowed. Also included is a new 4K big screen smart TV with the purchase of a new vehicle. Spooktacular savings are at Metro Ford of Madison. Search inventory at metrofordofmadison.com.
From color-changing alexandrite to shimmering zircon and everything in between at Chalmers Jewelers, you'll find high-quality, affordable, one-of-a-kind pieces. We source straight from the gem cutters, and we manufacture in-house from start to finish. As the manufacturer, we believe in truth in pricing. Never pay more for quality and stunning, beautiful jewelry. She's one of a kind, and so should her jewelry be. While others may send your jewelry dreams to someone else to make, with us, your dreams become reality with the help of our custom jewelers, with you involved the whole way. With a staff that has over 200 years of combined experience, why buy from a place that marks up jewelry made by the thousands? When you can buy direct from Chalmers for that one-of-a-kind piece that is better quality, often for less.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
And Madison.
There's nothing like a great night's sleep. If your mattress isn't quite right, chances are you're not sleeping as well as you should be. Steinhoffel's exclusive Discover Your Sleep system maps your body and sleeping position, and then finds the perfect mattress for you through science. So, stop in and find your perfect mattress with the Discover Your Sleep system, only at Steinhoffel's. Relax. It's Steinhoffel's.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
That time has come. I don't think I've won yet this year, but that's okay because I love our friends at Steinhoffel's. So when we do our Steinhoffel Sleepers of the Week, even if I don't get them right, hey, at least I get to tell you about our friends at Steinhoffel's. Chad and Danny and everybody over there. They've been such great partners to us, and we appreciate their loyalty to the show. And we also appreciate the great deals you get, like during Steinhoffel's biggest Black Friday sale. And it starts today, which I didn't realize today was a Black Friday. But you'll get the best prices of the season, plus hundreds of bonus buys, like a Queen Beauty Rest mattress for only $399. We need a new mattress in our guest room. That might be worth picking up at $399. And they offer 72-month special financing, so you can buy now and pay over 6 years. Plus, it's a Green and Gold Friday. Stop in wearing your Packers gear and get a Sealy mattress for just $199. Is that right? And with their Bucks Slam Dunk sale, which is also going on today through Sunday, you'll get a $100 Bucks gift card when you spend $2,999 or more. So shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com. Time now for the Steinhoffel Sleepers of the Week.
Don't sleep, you gotta stay up.
Hey there, sleepyhead. Wakey, wakey. It's time for the Steinhoffel Sleepers of the Week on Wilde and Tausch.
It is time for our Steinhoffel Sleepers of the Week, and Tausch, you get to go first.
Is Sewell available? Because I don't want to. I want to make sure we're doing the spirit of the rule.
Well,
we're not being
okay. So, again, as I've said all season, every player is available, but they're weighed differently based on sleeper ramifications. For example, I went back, and I heard all three of you two, and Hunter Vaughn, who filled in last week, picking sleepers. And although Luke Musgrave had 4 catches for 30 yards, I think it was.
He needs more.
Ben Sims had 1 catch on a 4th down crucial play. So I gave Jason the win last week.
No,
for that one.
You don't get it.
Over
one
Musgrave.
4th down catch for 3 yards.
It was a huge play in the game. It was a huge play.
They lost. They lost the game.
Yeah. Musgrave
that's rescinded.
Maybe Musgrave should have done more.
You're not the
of it.
judge, jury, and executioner here. So, no, Jason didn't win that. But I appreciate you going through the list. And that's where my Steinhofer's coming. I'll give it to you, Jason, because I don't think anybody thought Sims was going to make a bigger impact play.
Exactly.
So I give Jesse, I'm going to rescind my rescindation. Okay? Fair. I think you were fair. I'm going with my guy, Tucker Kraft, this weekend.
Oh, Jackrabbit Mama.
Reps.
You're a Jackrabbit
Mama. Yeah, I love Jackrabbit Mama. I'm a big fan of the Jackrabbits. Everybody that listens to the show knows how much I love South Dakota and the dinosaur hole and all that archaeology stuff. Love
great places, South Dakota.
I love that.
It's all true. I love South Dakota, and I love Tucker Kraft for my Steinhoffler of the week.
All right, Jesse, who you got?
So I'm going with somebody that has not been picked yet this year.
I don't think Tucker Kraft's
Jordan Love.
I'm going with someone who I think will be vital for the Packers to have any chance to win the game on Sunday against the Vikings. If they're going to win this game, they can't get into a slug or a scoring fest. They can't get into points on points on points. They're going to have to win this game in a low-scoring affair, which means it could become a battle of field position.
Oh, boy.
I am selecting punter Daniel Whalen as my Steinhoffel sleeper of the week.
Oh, Daniel Whalen, that good Irishman. Where does the bar go for a punter?
We'll know when we see it.
Does he have to be as good as Iowa's punter?
There's a lot of eye test involved in this, but inspired by the Iowa punter a couple of weeks ago. I don't think I've picked a sleeper since then.
Let me tell you something. If he's anywhere near what the Iowa punter did weeks ago, you will win automatically.
I'm hoping for a big performance.
Love goes for $500. If this kid does anything close to what that Iowa punter did, you win.
I'm expecting a lot of punts from both teams, low-scoring type of game. I'm hoping the Packers pull out a win, and I think Daniel Whalen – is it Whalen? How do I?
It is Whalen.
Whalen. I hope Whalen leads us to a victory.
All right. As much as I would like to pick Ben Sims again, had a lovely conversation with him in the locker room earlier this week, and he is going to have opportunities. Here's a crazy stat for you, though. If you didn't think that they thought Luke Musgrave was going to be a huge part of what they were going to do offensively this year, regardless of his inexperience, he has played 269 snaps, which is more than Tucker Kraft, Ben Sims, and Josiah DeGuara combined. He's the guy, and they're not going to have the guy this week at tight end. So good choice by Tausch on Tucker Kraft. But I'm weighing between Ballantyne and Valentine. If they don't have Jair Alexander, one of those guys is going to have to come through. They need some takeaways. I'm going to take Carrington Valentine.
That's a good pick.
As my Steinhoffel sleeper of the week.
I always get confused with Valentine and Ballantyne. That's why I didn't do it. By the way, we've been giving the defense a lot of love, which I don't know if it's fully deserved. It's been okay. I don't want anyone to think that we're tied for last in takeaways. So we're all expecting Sewell with a pick, and you got Ballantyne and Valentine with a pick. That would be out of the ordinary if that's what happens Sunday at Lambeau.
It would be. There's no doubt about it. And if we're being honest, and Tausch,
have we been too nice to the defense?
I mean, as you have astutely pointed out, two bad offenses. And so, did they allow less than 20 points, which you're supposed to win games according to Matt LaFleur when you give up fewer than 20 points? Yes. Did they do that against good teams? No.
if our offense wasn't so bad, we'd probably be a lot more critical of the defense, which
I would agree.
Not great, Bob.
No, not at all. All right, that's our Steinhoffel sleepers.
They had a couple moments of brilliance, though. They've had a few moments of brilliance. The defense has.
I still have. I've put together a montage. I'm gonna see if I could get people to subscribe to the YouTube channel by doing some editing.
I like that.
Of you criticizing me, and then some video clips of brilliant moments that the Packers have had.
I love that concept. I think it's great, and I can't wait to watch it. I will subscribe to your YouTube when you put that up. Hey, when you're sitting in a parking lot and you kind of park out of the way so that you can do a show, and people drive by and look at you like you're a psychopath. Is it rude to stare at them and say, "What are you looking at"?
Yes.
Is that rude?
Look.
How many people do you think have done this other than you?
About 5. Well, there's a changing of the guard here. There's different game coming. I'm at a hockey. I'm going to be watching Max for the last hour of the show, so I'm going to be very distracted. But we're going to plug. And my question to you is, I've been kind of given those eyes that Wilde gave me yesterday.
Wait a minute. Did you just say you're going to be watching a hockey game during the last hour of the show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why are they playing hockey on a school day at 11 a.m.?
They're all at school.
No, I ain't gonna lie to you. That's a whole nother conversation for another day. Hopefully nobody at Sacred Hearts is listening.
Like this isn't like a state tournament game. This is
it's a big showcase. No, this is a big one. That's why I'm down. It's a big one. This is the no. There's no scouts.
This is what's wrong with society.
Well done. Maybe, Jesse, I ain't gonna lie to you. Maybe what's wrong with society is everybody's staring at me, and I'm staring back at them like, stop looking at me, because I got that look like I might be living in my van
down by the river.
As you will. Yeah.
All right. So first of all, kudos to you. I love that you're going to be at Max's hockey game. We will be more than happy to carry you.
And by the way, I will be not
watching.
providing updates, but Max did ask if I score a filthy goal, will you say it on air? And absolutely, I will.
If he scores any goal, even if it's an empty netter, it is still being.
Oh, I gotta get a hockey goal sound effect ready to go. That could be fun.
Yeah, have the horn ready. Only on our goals. If we score any goals, the horn will sound from the Wilde and Tausch.
Amen.
If you want to shoot Twitter feed, whatever it might be.
All right,
Frozen Frenzy.
It'll be yet another horn, along with the training camp horn that has become so popular on our program. All right. So as Tausch gets ready to multitask during the 11 o'clock hour, he will still be here for Uncle Homer in his parking lot, staring down people staring at him when Homer joins us next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Mark Tauscher here, and it's another Feel Good Friday on Wilde and Tausch, painted by Holman Lindsay Paints. With a huge primetime college football game Saturday night and a division rival coming to Green Bay on Sunday, I'm feeling good about the football weekend we have in store around Wisconsin. And speaking of feeling good, that's how you'll be feeling if you do what my family did and trust the pro painters at Holman Lindsay Paints with your home's next paint project. It was so easy to find the pro painter that best fit the needs for our project. All you had to do, stop into a Madison area Holman Lindsay location and ask. The pros did an amazing job, and I'm sure they can do the same for you. From green and gold to cardinal and white and everything in between, remember, Wisconsin's best painters use Wisconsin's best paint, and Wisconsin's best painters are the pro painters at Holman Lindsay Paints. Holman Lindsay, great paint, great people, and stay tuned as we share our favorite feel-good stories of the week. Coming up to close out today's edition of Wilde and Tausch on Feel Good Friday, painted by Holman Lindsay Paints.
Breaking news on ESPN Madison is presented by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or visit metrokiaofmadison.com.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it yourself at 2 convenient Madison locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Honda certified technicians handle it all. You can even get flexible payment options. Fix your car now and pay later. Apply online to see your options in seconds with no hard credit check. Make your service appointment online at ZimbrickHonda.com. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Take it to the house this season and enjoy tailgating from your own backyard. Tito's wants to make sure you have the best tailgate on the block. You can win game day gear for your next gathering by entering to win at Tito'sTailgate.com. Be sure to enter by November 15th for your chance to win a Solo Stove Grill, a Brewmate Back Tap for batch cocktails, or a Tito's football jersey. For official rules, visit Tito'sTailgate.com. Must be 21 years old to enter. Distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof. Crafted to be savored responsibly.
The GRB Rays have established themselves as one of the top baseball programs in the Midwest and the country. GRB Academy offers training programs for players of all ages and skill levels. Learn from some of the best baseball coaches in the area and find the program that fits your training goals and your schedule. Spots are filling up fast, so visit grbacademy.com to sign up now. That's grbacademy.com. GRB Academy, baseball for the serious player.
It's spooky, it's scary, but don't be frightened. It's the Graveyard Grabs promotion at Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison on Saturday, October 28th from 5 to 9 p.m. 27 winners will be selected to enter our graveyard filled with piles of rewards play and cash prizes. 3 winners every half hour will select 3 scary prize pieces, and each will keep the total amount of their own selections. Each winner has a chance to walk away with a total of $3,000 in cash. It's a frighteningly good time at
Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison.
Braylon Allen here for Iron Jock Performance Gear and Apparel. You know why Iron Jock says it's what's inside? It's the technology, 4-way stretch, fit, and feel, the science that is built into the fabric. This isn't any ordinary clothing that you wear 5 times and the fabric breaks down. Iron Jock is tested and proven to kill 99.9% of the bacteria for the lifetime of the gear. It'll feel as new after 75 washes as it did the day you got it. Get yours at ironjock.com. That's ironjoc.com.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
Homer on Wilde and Tausch is presented by Olson Toon. Since their founding in 1997, Olson Toon has become one of Wisconsin's premier design, build, landscaping, and outdoor living firms. Go to olsontoon.com to get started on your outdoor living project today.
Whatever you do, make sure you do it right. Whatever you do, make sure you do it right. You're making love.
Whatever you do, make sure you do it right. And by doing it right, that means having Homer on every week, even if it's on a different day. You hear him every weekday on the Homer Hour with John Anderson and Dr. Brian Bulaga and me and Tim Van Voren, all the luminaries that you love on the Homer Hour from 5 to 6 on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee. You also hear him on the Marquette Men's Basketball Radio Network, which I'm sure Rich Bisaccia, with his arm around me, will be tuning in for all those calls. And you see him on God Talk, My Faith with Homer and Pip on YouTube. It is Steve the Homer True. Homer, good morning. How are you?
Oh, I am great because I can do a favor bigger than I've ever done for Mark Tausch.
Ooh.
Right now.
What is it?
Don't ever tell anyone that you said Vern Lundquist was bigger than Brett Musburger. Please don't.
No, I didn't say he was bigger. He asked who I enjoyed
you did.
more.
What were the exact,
No, I didn't. I said
What'd you say? I think you did.
I asked who
Okay,
had
we'll
a better
go back.
career, Vern or
Who had a
Brett
better career?
Musburger?
Yeah, Vern
Yeah,
did.
exactly. Perfect.
Hey,
yes, that's
hey,
like saying
Homer,
Lynn Dickey
Homer.
had a better career
No,
than
no,
Bart
no, no,
Starr,
no,
than
no.
Brett Favre.
Homer, how many times Vern Lundquist get fired? How many times?
I don't know.
How many times has Homer
What the
got
hell
fired?
does that matter?
What do you mean?
How many
You don't-
bad, oh, no. It's comparing Brett Favre. How many pick sixes did he have? Brett Musburger was the biggest broadcaster. Vern Lundquist is closer to being his driver than being his equal.
Get out of here. That is
Yes.
so. First off, they're different
Vern
jobs.
Lundquist-
They had different jobs.
No. Brett
Yes.
Musburger was the voice. NFL Today. He did play-by-play for the World Series, NBA Finals. Vern Lundquist did. He was
Yeah.
so low that he did figure skating. That was like 10th on the list.
What's more well known, the Nancy Kerrigan story or the Bengals Niners '81 Super Bowl?
Go sell it. Yes. But Lynn Dickey had a great year with one of the great offenses ever.
Homer.
Does that mean he was better than
Homer,
Brett Favre?
answer my question.
No.
What is more remembered?
Yes.
What?
Then what?
No, which
what
one?
do we have?
The '81
the two
Bengals Niners Super Bowl or the
Why do you
gold
bring
medal
that up?
Nancy Kerrigan? Because that's a part of his deal.
Right, but
what the hell does that have to do with anything? You got to compare Musburger to Lundqvist.
Job. That's part of the argument.
What
I'm not going to get into this argument.
I'm just trying to tell. You said that
I
Lynn
would rather
was better career.
No, I said no. I didn't. Stop saying things I didn't say.
What did he say?
Better career was the question.
Oh, sniped!
Yeah.
Big goal early with 14:41. Caps up 1-0.
He had two events. He's on the 16th hole. Brett Musburger would have been the guy covering Jim Nance. Is Vern Lundqvist bigger
Jim Nance is on the 18th hole. Yeah, Jim. Jim Nance is bigger than all of them.
Jim Nance was the guy. He was the guy, right? Who was bigger?
Jim Nance got Brent Musburger fired. No, Jim Nance.
Whatever.
Brent Musburger finished his career running the SEC
Brett Favre had a
network.
terrible finish
The fourth
with the Packers.
SEC.
Does that take away his career? Come on, keep trying. This is
argument.
I did my
Vern
best. I give up. You want to live with
Lundquist.
Who had a better career? Vern Lundquist. Okay.
Yeah, for me, I would have much rather had I would have rather had Vern Lundquist's career than I would have had.
Would you
Brent
rather
Musburger.
have had
That's
yours?
just me.
Would you rather have had your career or Forrest Gregg?
Forrest Gregg's.
Okay. You just picked Brent Musburger.
The career timeline.
No, that doesn't make any sense at all.
The career timeline for Brent Musburger includes the NFL on CBS.
Yeah, he was a big deal.
Lead play-by-play on the NBA. The NFL Today.
NBA was on
host.
tape. The NBA was on. The NBA was on tape delay back then too.
He can live with
on
Lynn
tape
Dickey.
delay.
We tried to help him. He doesn't want the help.
The U.S. Open
Let's move on.
in tennis, the Masters, college football, the World Series, Monday Night Football. His last assignment for CBS was Duke UNLV in the 1990 National Championship
that's
game.
a great game. 30-point blowout.
Jay said, "Don't waste the time. Let's move on."
Okay, let's move on. Vern Lundquist, we
By the
don't
way,
want
I do want to get to the Packers because the Packers season is over. It's done. Nobody believes they're going to make the playoffs. We'll see if Tausch will change on that. Nobody believes they're going to be at 500. We're just going to watch every game and hope that the young players, some of them do well. I picked the Packers. Of course, I'm no longer picking the Packers because everybody's injured. They've been healthy, yes. Everybody's hurt. Season is over, and now we just do it like they did it when they were bad and enjoy the parts of and are amazed when they do win.
Brent,
all right, great stuff.
Brent Musburger also did the Indianapolis 500, which I didn't know.
Why do you keep going? You don't need to talk about all the things that Brett Favre did. He wants to hold on to it. He will not change his opinion. That's fine. We tried. Forget. No, let's go. Why do you keep bringing this up?
Because he's got a really long resume. That's why. It's pretty amazing, actually.
It's like comparing Robin Yount to Babe Ruth. Robin Yount was great. Aaron Lundquist was great. Ain't no Babe Ruth. That's how big Brent Musburger was.
Homer, you do your program on Thursdays with the doctor, as you like to call him, Brian Balaga. And we talked about their offensive line play. We all know that the Jordan Love experience is a fact-finding mission and a process. What do you think has stunted his development the most? The fact that the offensive line has not been the strength that we all three of us, thought it was going to be for them this season to make his life easier, or the fact that, as I constantly bring up, he is surrounded by young guys who sometimes they both run the same route and end up in the exact same place on a play, which is not the design.
Yeah, the stuff from Bulaga is very sad to me yesterday. It's one of the other things, but because he basically said that the Packers have no clue on how their offensive linemen are playing.
Well, he certainly said that he thought Steno was protecting Josh Myers because he does not think Josh Myers has played well at all.
Right. But I don't go by what he said in terms of what I go by what the Packers are doing. Based on what the Packers are doing, according to Brian Bulaga, they're clueless. They're clueless at center, and they're clueless at left tackle by what they've done. Now, maybe that'll change. And he didn't put it that way, but I'm just saying, listening to him talk, compared to what the Packers have done, they have no ability to judge the performance.
All right, so here's why Homer is saying this, because basically our conversation yesterday was about why isn't Josh Nijman playing left tackle because Rasheed Walker is struggling mightily, and why do they continue to play Josh Myers at center? Well, first of all, the second part of that I'm going to take off the table because as much as you'd like your center to play well and, as Tausch pointed up, get up to the second level and allow you to have bigger run plays by getting up to the second level to block. If you're telling me that I have to then put someone else out at right tackle to face Danielle Hunter today or on Sunday, I'm keeping Zach Tom at right tackle. Now, maybe later in the season I change my mind, but that's what I'm doing. On the other side of it, and Tausch, this is I'm curious why you think this is, but I said to Brian Bulaga and Homer yesterday that Brian, you, and I all seem to like Josh Nijman more than the Packers like Josh Nijman. It is one of the mysteries of the season, is it not?
It has been for me, and I think when you look at, we don't watch practice. We don't see the film that they're seeing. We don't see how he works out and all of the other things that teams look at. But when he plays, he's been productive. He has not been a, oh my God, look at what he's done. You haven't seen those big monster mistakes, which, by the way, playing O-line, it is about limiting the mistakes that you make. That's a huge part of that position. Not everything's going to be clean. You're not going to dominate every play. Is this guy a serviceable, good football player that we can run and function as an offense? And I would answer that question with Josh Nijman is yes, you can. The fact that they're not moving him or doing anything, it does make you wonder what other story is there.
You believe in the value of practice, correct? True statement, Tausch?
I do. I do, but I'm always much more apt to say, how are you playing in the games? Because
that is exactly where I was leading you.
You can practice great. You can be Johnny Hudson and be all Oneida, but if you can't do it when the money's on the table, Thursdays, Saturdays, Sundays, Mondays, it doesn't matter. And Josh has proven that when he's played, and he's been a very serviceable offensive lineman.
Right, and that was where I was headed with that, because I think Brian's argument, too, is, hey, the guy plays well in games. I'm sorry that he didn't rise to the occasion during training camp when you signed him to a nearly $5 million contract, and then he did not compete to the level that you wanted him to for the right tackle job. But at some point, you have to say, this guy gives us a better chance on game day. And I do think that that's where Josh comes in. And again, I don't know if they plan on making a move this week. I'm not at practice anyway, because most of the time it's during the show. But I wouldn't get to see them run 11 on 11 anyway. So I don't know if they're trying some other things at offensive line for this week. But if you're going to make a change, this might be the week to do it, at least at left tackle. All right, we're going to talk more with Uncle Homer. I do want to tell him.
One more. I got one more. So, Mark Tauscher, who would you say? What was the phrase again? Had a better career.
I thought we weren't doing this anymore.
No, but I want
he's got a good one.
The answer is Vern Lundquist. No.
Okay. All right.
If
you had to say that as far as play-by-play between me or Matt LePay, who would you pick?
LePay.
All right, so Homer is Vern Lundquist in this equation.
Yes, I am. Correct. Perfectly. Now we can move on.
No. When did you do an Olympic sport? When were you sitting at Augusta National every year watching some of the great things that have ever happened?
Hold on. Let him finish.
Has he done that? I don't know.
No,
have you, Homer? I don't know.
No, I have not.
Okay.
Nor has LePay, though.
JJ,
you asked me what he was at Final Fours. You asked me whose career would I rather have. I would rather be Vern Lundquist's career than Brent Musburger's. That's all.
If
Not saying Brent Musburger's career is not great.
I don't believe that was the question.
LePay did some Brewers games.
If Galooly
a bunch of Brewers games.
Wait a minute. Well, back up because I do want to put this to rest. If Galooly doesn't whack Kerrigan, are we talking about?
Can you guys
Vern
name the bodyguard?
Lundquist?
Just like, can you name the bodyguard? Because
Galooly. I think it was Jeff. What was his first
Sean
name?
Eckhart. Sean Eckhart. Why I know that, I don't know. I can't remember
Sean
half
Eckhart?
the
Who
other
was
stuff.
that?
But he's the bodyguard. He's the bodyguard.
The ground we've covered today is impressive.
What were you trying to get out of this, Homer? I don't understand.
I forgot. Now, who is Sean Eckhart? I feel like I should know that.
Rick Aguilera.
I just told you.
He was Tanya Harding's bodyguard,
Oh,
and he was involved in the
was
attack.
The guy who hit her. Galooly was the guy who did the attack.
Yeah, but Eckhart is the one who found Galooly, I believe.
Gary Gaetti.
Okay, good. Sean Eckhart. All right.
My point was going to be, if that doesn't occur, is Tausch at any point putting Vern Lundquist's experience calling the Olympic ice skating on his resume as a positive to give him the nod over Brent Musburger?
You'd have to ask him.
That was the decider. I'll say this. That was the
That's what I
differentiator
thought.
for sure.
How someone who loves the Rocky franchise gives the Jeff Galooly, Sean Eckhart, who R.I.P. He died in 2007 at age 40, and he changed his name after this incident, which I didn't know till I Googled it.
I don't blame him.
Fair. I wonder what happened to Galooly. But how do you put that over your guy being in the Rocky movies? Like, he's talking about Creed and Balboa, right? There's Brent Musburger right there for you, and you love the Rocky.
But Vern is in
Vern was in Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, okay. All right. I want to ask Homer a Marquette question after my experience with Rich Bisaccia, and we want to talk a little bit about Damian Lillard's debut last night. Homer continues next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Mark Tauscher here for Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust. We'll be seeing plenty of ghosts and witches and zombies trick-or-treating and out celebrating Halloween. But while costumes and haunted houses and scary movies may spook you, there's something even more terrifying that makes my skin crawl, and that is car trouble. Don't be afraid to take care of your vehicle. And unlike the unsuspecting people in all those movies, be prepared before you run into trouble. Stop in to see the amazing service team at Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie before your next road trip or the brutal winter that comes in Wisconsin. Get a tune-up, check the battery, check your tires. That's a big one for winter. Change the oil and make sure all the inner workings of your vehicle are in tip-top shape. You can take my word for it. Zimbrick Chevrolet is truly the name you can trust. Schedule a service appointment, view vehicle inventory, and learn more about all they have to offer at ZimbrickChevrolet.com. That's ZimbrickChevrolet.com. And don't be haunted by car trouble. See the team at Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Alex Strofe.
This Badger Minute brought to you by Stoughton Trailers. Big trailers and big opportunity at Stoughton Trailers. Positions now open in production, operations, finance, sales, engineering, supply chain, and more. To apply today, go to stojobs.com. Wisconsin and Ohio State will meet for the 86th time tomorrow at Camp Randall Stadium, but it will be the first time with Ohio State alum Luke Fickell leading the way for the Wisconsin Badgers. Wisconsin has only beaten Ohio State 18 times in history, with each of the last 9 matchups between the two teams going in favor of the Buckeyes. Wisconsin's last win was in 2010 at Camp Randall Stadium, but each of the last 2 games played at Camp Randall have gone to overtime. The Buckeyes are favored by 14.5 points, with kickoff slated for 6:30 on NBC.
Badger Minutes on ESPN Wisconsin are brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule an appointment online today at PellaWI.com.
Medicine Money Guy Christian Finfrock here. Struggling to understand retirement planning, life insurance policies, or managing your wealth? Listen to my show every Saturday at 7 a.m. on 100.5 ESPN or call me right now at 208-1800 for a complimentary consultation.
Hey, it's Bobby Portis, and I love playing basketball in Milwaukee. When I drive down the lane, I move fast and make sudden moves to drive to the hoop and score. But when I'm behind the wheel in the driving lane, I control my drive. I don't speed or make sudden movements. Speeding and reckless driving are the leading causes of traffic injuries and deaths in Wisconsin. Do what I do. Control your drive. Don't speed. Don't be reckless. Zero in Wisconsin. Together we can save lives. Wisconsin DOT.
In a world without Mountain Dew, life would be pretty dull. Because when you crack open an ice-cold Mountain Dew, you enter a world where the ground rules of life are a little different. So grab yourself a Mountain Dew and get that incomparable blast of neon citrus flavor. Together with Mountain Dew, there's nothing you can't do and almost nothing you won't do to take things to the next level. Hey, the operating rule is pretty simple. If you're not having an outrageously good time, you're not drinking Dew. Mountain Dew. Do the Dew.
Win a Coors Light full court experience with a trip to Minneapolis this March. Sign up now at participating locations around Madison to win an all-inclusive trip to the men's college basketball conference tournament. Don't miss your shot. Enjoy Blue Mountains and the best men's hoops in the Midwest. One lucky winner will be announced on Rutledge and Hamilton on January 8th. Visit Scotty Bar, Lucky's, Jordan Big Ten Pub, Nitty Gritty, Wando's, and Pooley's to scan the QR code and enter today. Must be 21 or older to enter. No purchase necessary. Hey, it's Alex Strofe. Stay in the know on area high school sports and follow ESPN Madison on Twitter for Prep Mania on Deck, each week's preview of the top games and events. Prep Mania on Deck is brought to you by Zimbrick Honda, a proud supporter of high school sports and local communities.
Whatever you do, make sure you do it right. Whatever you do, make sure you do it right. You're making love or starting the schoolyard fight. Make sure you do it right. Make sure you do it right. Whatever you do, make sure you do it right.
Continuing with Uncle Homer. All right, Homer, two things I wanted to get to with you. First of all, I feel like I let you and John Kerry and all my Marquette people down because Shaka Smart had Matt LaFleur talk to his team maybe a week ago, and then Shaka Smart came and visited practice recently, and it led to a conversation in the locker room with Rich Bisaccia, who did awkwardly have his arm around me the entire time. But it was about the 77 Marquette team, which is Old Testament from what I understand. But nevertheless, a legendary, iconic
team.
Wisconsin
people, because that's the best they can come up with their 1941 title.
Well, it was big, yeah. And you were there. You covered it. But I would say this. I thought I knew that 77 team, Bo Ellis and Butch Lee and Hank Raymond's on the staff and Rick Majerus, et cetera, but I was not aware, apparently, of Bernard Toone, who is the player that Rich Bisaccia goes all the way back to their youth in Yonkers, New York.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about what I should know about Bernard Toone the next time Rich Bisaccia puts his arm around me and wants to talk Marquette basketball.
I'm not a good expert on that. I thought that he almost got in a fight with McGuire after one of the games in that tournament year. I'm not sure, but I'll have to go to my peeps on Bernard.
Would you rather have Al McGuire's career or Hank Raymond's career? All right, let's get to this. Let's get to this instead. What did you think of Damian Lillard's debut? And after only one game, what are you thinking about the Milwaukee Bucks that would be different than you would have had that trade never happened?
Well, I just need the dates for the Eastern Conference Finals, Boston, Milwaukee. All this is just preseason to that. And so, yeah, he's that good. He'll be able to score and make free throws down the stretch of games. But that's, it's different, so people are excited about that. But they're gonna play Boston, and the difficulty is they never dreamt that the guy they traded is going to now be on the team they'll face.
Yeah.
To get to the end of the finals, and the last thing they wanted, because nobody's a better defender at the guard position than Drew Holiday is in the league. So it's weird how you added, but when you added, made the team your biggest competitor even better.
You're telling me there's nobody in this league. Drew Holiday's, 34, 35? Nobody can defend better than Drew.
No, correct. At the guard spot. He's as good as anybody in the league, even at that age. Yeah. Yep.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Jimmy Butler it didn't bother Jimmy Butler much last year.
Drew Holiday, 33, by the way, 33.
You know that. That's why he's not here.
Again,
you know that.
No, it isn't. That has nothing to do with it. No, it is not.
What is it? Okay, why did they get rid of him then?
Somebody to be able to score at the end of games, and not have to worry about the free throws of Giannis. Not everybody would have made the trade. Drew Holiday didn't think they were making the trade. So the difficulty of the trade, and the only negativity is that you had to give up something to get what you got, but you gave that to Boston. The trade the Bucks made benefited Boston more than the Bucks.
Ooh.
That's foolish. That's hot take. That's a hot take.
It's the kind of thing that Brent Musburger would say.
Isn't that what Windhorst said when they first did it?
Yeah, what a great trade for the Bucks. The Celtics got better with the trade to get Dame Lillard here. That's what you're saying.
To get Damian Lillard here, the Bucks had to give up Drew Holiday, which they didn't want to do. Even if you believe that Lillard is better than Holiday, and that is the proper position, it helped them a little.
Offensively, there's no doubt.
Correct, but defensively, not as good. Now, and it helped Boston. They didn't have to give up anything to get Holiday. Would the Bucks have been better off if they got Lillard for nothing? Yes. They had to give something up, and that goes to, before the trade, Boston, Milwaukee. After the trade, Boston benefited more than the Bucks.
Well, here's the deal. The real question here, whose career would you rather have, Dame or Drew's?
Drew's.
I'm serious.
Got a ring, baby.
No,
got a
Dame's
ring. Now,
by far.
If Lillard gets
yeah, but
Lillard gets a ring.
Dame is
Lillard
Mr. Portland, and he's made probably $150 million more. That's what I would say.
Fine. Sidney Moncrief was Mr. Milwaukee. Who would you rather have been, Sidney Moncrief or Drew Holiday? Whose career would you take? I get a ring, and I'm good. And
Drew Holiday's
good. I'll take the ring.
All right, Homer.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we'll have to leave it there as we discuss who's.
Sorry,
one last thing, Homer. Do you think I'm crazy to think that the Packers beat the Vikings on Sunday?
No, because the Vikings. We know there've been crazier wins. But my point would be, you would have to emphasize, as I would, how incredible that would be, how amazing that would be, how special that would be, because Minnesota
it's a 0-point
win.
spread. It's not that crazy. No, it's not. It wouldn't be amazing. If Green Bay wins, it's not amazing.
Yeah.
It's a flat line pick'em spread.
They're
it's not amazing.
Hold on, that's correct.
It would be a brilliant win. It'd be brilliant if Green Bay found a way to win.
You take the pack. I'll take Minnesota for whatever you want.
I'll text you later. I like that idea. I like that idea a lot.
Speaking of text,
I don't think that Las Vegas is giving enough to all the injuries of the Packers. But if you had to pick between me or Vegas,
you might be right on
I
that.
would definitely listen to Vegas.
You might be right.
John Kerry confirms that Al McGuire credited Bernard Toone for the win, helping win in '77. He and Al got into a fight at halftime, which inspired the team, and they went on to win. Homer, I'll talk to you later. Thanks, buddy.
Bye.
We'll kick off the 11 o'clock hour coming up in 2 minutes. Tausch, what's the hockey update before we do that?
It is 1-1. We're battling the St. Louis Blues. It's a dogfight. 1-1 after one.
The actual St. Louis Blues? Wow.
They're really holding their own against an NHL team.
Not that far removed from a cup, yeah.
Very tough matchup. But, yeah, we're hanging in there.
We talked a little bit about the Packers' defense. We'll talk a little bit about them again to kick off the 11 o'clock hour, which will include an exchange between myself and Joe Barry. That's next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Mark Tauscher here for my friends at Buck and Honey's. Well, are you looking to celebrate Wisconsin hospitality this holiday season? Reserve a table or schedule a party at Buck and Honey's, a perennial Best of Madison award winner with locations in Sun Prairie, Monona, Waunakee, and their new great spot out in Mount Horeb. They always take great care of me and my family, and they can't wait to take care of yours. Reservations go fast, so log on to buckandhoneys.com today. That's buckandhoneys.com. I'll see you all at Buck and Honey's.
Hi, this is Dave Kane. You're listening to Madison's Home of the Bucks, a good Karma brand radio station, 100.5 ESPN WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. Sports Center, brought to you by ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day, presented by Coors Light. Join me, Jesse Nelson. Yeah, I'm stepping in Saturday, along with Brad Nortman, Chris Orr, and Adam Mertz 2 hours before and immediately after every Wisconsin football game this season on ESPN Wisconsin and Wisconsin On Demand. ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day live from Regent Street starting at 4:30 tomorrow, getting you set for Wisconsin, Ohio State. Buckeyes and Badgers tomorrow night at Camp Randall Stadium. Kickoff is set for 6:30, televised on NBC. Wisconsin remains listed as a 14.5-point underdog. Badgers haven't beaten the Buckeyes since 2010 at Camp Randall Stadium. Again, ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day, immediately before and after the game on 100.5 ESPN Wisconsin and third-ranked Ohio State. Rivalry weekend at every level of football, including Sunday at Lambeau Field. The Green Bay Packers hosting the NFC North rival Minnesota Vikings. Vikings listed as 1.5-point favorites on the road, taking on the Packers. Green Bay's lost 3 straight. Rob Domofsky with the latest from Titletown, including the injury report over at ESPNWisconsin.com. Prep Mania tonight, level 2 of the playoffs. Middleton at Verona.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Of Wilde and Tausch begins now. How long are what is Max? A junior, a bantam, peewee? What is he considered nowadays?
Bantam.
How
You
long?
say bantam.
How long are intermissions between periods in youth hockey?
Like 2 minutes.
Oh,
minute
they're
and a half, 2 minutes.
It's not like
What?
It's not like
It's
the
quick.
NHL where they go to the locker room for 20
Not
minutes.
enough time for an orange slice.
No. That's plenty of time.
So
Trust
we're
me.
underway in the second
That's
period.
plenty of
then.
time. Oh yeah, no. Second period's well underway. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is
Vern on the call?
You are looking live.
Vern wishes he was on the call.
All right, we will continue with our hockey updates, but you talked a little bit about maybe we were giving the defense a pass, and I think I might have been guilty of doing that myself to some degree yesterday, except for when it comes to them failing to get takeaways. Here is an exchange between Joe Barry and myself yesterday. Joe, as much as I'd like to cuss again this week, I won't. But I am curious.
That kind of fired me up last week.
I'm glad I could do that.
I wish I could.
But I'm with Rob. Like, you guys you've played winning football. Those are games you should win when you guys play that way. I am curious, though, if one of those things that you really feel like you need to do more of is take the ball away.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I mean, I think, what do we have, 5 takeaways on the year? You know, and that's something that, you know, the last couple of years we've done at a good clip, you know. And I just told the, you know, we coin Thursdays as Takeaway Thursday. You know, that's kind of our, you know, hopefully every day we're talking about taking the ball away and practicing taking the ball away. But on Thursdays, we kind of, you know, that's our day. And, you know, takeaways change the game. You know, that was kind of the message this morning with the group. But I am a firm believer, and I'm sure I've said this to you guys before with takeaways. You know, hopefully you're in a year where they're just coming all the time. But you know, we went through a dry spell last year, and then, you know, we went like on a 5 or 6 week run where, you know, I used the term, you know, takeaways come in droves, and you just got to get one to kind of start the trend. And I'm a firm believer that, and I've defined this for you. You know, I think offense turns the ball over. We don't call them turnovers. We call them takeaways on defense, because I feel that from a takeaway standpoint, you know, it's a physical act that you have to do as a defensive player. You have to go take the ball away. Very rarely, you know, is an offense just going to give you the ball. And whether the ball's in the air, we got to go physically take the ball away. Every time the ball is snapped, there's a ball carrier. It is an opportunity for us to go punch, hammer, rake the ball and take the ball away. So, but of course they haven't come. You know, we have 5 right now, and we have to change that trend.
He said a lot of words there, including informing us that a ball carrier is when there's a player carrying the ball. And we can take it away from him.
I was wondering about that.
I legitimately think, you know how sometimes, trust me, this happens to me too, where you're talking for a while and you just lose your train of thought, and then you just start spitting out words. And then you start saying coining. Yeah, I've coined the phrase, and I've done this. He legit just started rambling because he completely lost his train of thought. Whenever you start saying a ball carrier, you know, somebody that carries the ball, when you start getting into that, that means, God, I've been just talking too long, and I need to reset. And it'd be better if you just said, you know what, Jason, your question was long, my answer's long. Let's just reset this bad boy and start new.
Takeaway Thursday.
Takeaway
he
Thursday.
Should get into
That's
radio.
not even
He's
clever.
big. He's a big alliteration guy. Yeah, it was one of the things that we've learned is this group has not taken the ball away. However you want to view it, what phrase you want to coin, the bottom line is coining this as we're any good at getting takeaways. And the problem is you just have not put enough pressure on opposing quarterbacks. That's a part of it, even though I think Rashawn Gary's been good. I have not seen it from those interior guys as much as we'd like.
Right.
And Preston Smith had the game, I think it was versus the Raiders, that he was pretty good. Otherwise, not. And that's really where you start getting turned. And the other part of it that I think a lot of us look at is, you know, those middle linebackers. You watch how San Francisco plays with the edge that they play and how physical they are, and you pop fumbles up and you tip balls and you do all that. You're not seeing any of that either. So I think the defense has played conservative, solid football against some pretty average teams. But when you're tasked with, and I'll coin this phrase, winning games, which means you want to score more points than the opponent, you need to create turnovers. And it's just, I think the defense is still into the Aaron Rodgers mentality of, we got a great quarterback, we're going to score a ton of points, and not the Baltimore Ravens, Chicago Bears, where, man, we got to be out hunting, and that's not where this group's at.
Tausch, do you remember playing on teams where the defense maybe was not outstanding at run defense or pass defense, where they gave up a lot of yards, but they seemed to, like, I feel like maybe some of the Charles Woodson teams that you just were so good about taking the ball away that made up for it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 2009 is the year that I would say the most, and obviously that playoff game, you score 45, you think that's going to be enough. And that was one of those games you didn't get the turnovers that you needed. And that's the thing that's risky about playing games where your defense you're so heavy. And that's why, the Bears and the Ravens, some of those great teams, they so counted and needed it. And that's why the margin of error is so small, because good teams don't turn the ball over. And when you start playing in playoff games, you're not going to win a lot if your defense is everything you got and you need to score points. That's why what the Ravens did, the Bears in 85 to a certain extent, that's why what those defenses did, or that's why they're legendary, is because they were able to do both. This group right now, I think they're steady Eddie, but they're not turnover hunting fools. And I think with the way this team is built and the veterans that they have on the group on the defensive side, it needs to be more of that. But unfortunately, that has not come to fruition so far.
All right, we need to get to headlines, because not only do we have the legendary entry each week from the Academy, but we have a special surprise that will be taking the place of my headline this week. I haven't quit, even though there's just no competing with Tausch.
Did you initiate it?
No, this was
Did
done.
you initiate this, or did Jesse get this?
This was not. I don't think it was technically solicited by anyone. I think this was just.
So then you still need to give a headline then.
Well, no, I'm not. This is taking. I was told that this can take the place of my headline.
Let's clear something up here. So first of all, this is a fan submission that Tausch, I believe, will cement a Wilde and Tausch's fans' place in the Wilde and Tausch Hall of Fame.
Wow. Inaugural class that we're going to
very
induct
well might be what
after the
gets
season.
I ain't gonna lie to you. That is really high praise. I can't wait to hear. Is it better than what the Academy put together?
And the person who sent this to me said Jason is by all means able to use this as his entry for the headline. So no rules have been violated in this entry.
Okay.
Also, Adam and
We're on board then.
Adam
All
and
right.
Cedarburg text in, the QB is the quarterback. He throws and sometimes hands off the ball, in case you guys needed a refresher.
That's true.
We don't call them turnovers. We call them
takeaways.
Coin.
Make sure Adam coins that phrase and maybe even patents it so that he can make sure that that's his.
We don't say catch. We say receptions, because you're really receiving the ball from the quarterback.
He is something else, man.
Joe
All right.
Barry. Oh, my God. Is that
All right.
funny?
We need to get to a very special edition of Headlines. So to do that, I want to remind you that if you're looking for a bank with home field advantage, you got it with Associated Bank. They're more than just a bank. They're our neighbors. That's why scoring a Packers checking account is the right play for your pay. And here's the kicker. Your Packers debit MasterCard gets you 10% off at the Packers Pro Shop, both in-store and online. So join the team today. Open your Packers checking account at associatedbank.com/Packers. Associated Bank, the bank of the Packers since 1919. Your money works here. Headlines are next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Grassland Dairy is built by tradition right here in Wisconsin and sustained by innovation. Since 1904, the Wheatrick family has worked with hundreds of dairy farmers to consistently produce the highest quality dairy products. Grassland's commitment to quality starts with the way their dairy farmers care for their cows and carries through every step of their innovative processing and delivery. They are proud to offer a wide range of reliable and nutritious dairy ingredients. Grassland Dairy is family owned in Wisconsin and has been crafting butter for 5 generations.
Zimbrick Chevrolet.
When was the last time you had your oil changed or your tires rotated? Do you need new tires, a battery, perhaps some windshield wipers? Zimbrick Chevrolet Service Center is equipped to help you with routine maintenance, major repairs, and everything in between. Get your free battery inspection coupon and schedule an appointment today at ZimbrickChevrolet.com. Don't overpay. Shop Zimbrick Chevrolet on Main Street in Sun Prairie.
Main Street, Sun Prairie. Zimbrick Chevrolet.
Hey, it's Stacy Bruner from Bruner Realty. People have been telling me that buying a home is nothing to joke about, so instead of telling you another real estate joke, I'm going to have somebody else do it.
Jesse Nelson here. What do you call a detective who's also a real estate agent? Sherlock Holmes.
Come on, Jesse, this is no laughing matter.
Well, when it's time to get serious about buying or selling, that's when people should do what we did and work with you.
Contact us at BrunerRealtyInc.com. Bruner Realty, homes to appreciate.
Since 1956, Holman Lindsay Paints has been making paint in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. Because of their commitment to making great paint for Wisconsinites, Holman Lindsay has grown over the years to 26 locations in this great state. Headquarters in Sun Prairie with a state-of-the-art facility, Holman Lindsay has the paint you need to make your job better. From do-it-yourself to professional, Holman Lindsay has paint for everyone. Visit one of their local locations today in Madison, Sun Prairie, Middleton, and Janesville.
Hi, I'm Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock with Retirement Income Strategies. And what sets us apart is we're an independent, family-run office. We help clients like you understand the financial world and build a portfolio that's in your best interest. To learn more, go to MadisonMoneyGuy.com.
Dash the Dane. That's right, Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company has expanded their delivery offerings with DoorDash. New customers get $5 off your first order of $25 or more. And don't forget, Dash Pass subscribers always receive free delivery. Order delivery today at GreatDanePub.com or on the DoorDash app and get food delivered from the Great Dane closest to you. Downtown, Hilldale, Fitchburg, or East Madison. Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company, Madison's home for craft beer and pub food since 1994.
I'm with James Imaging Systems customer Brian Bainan, owner of Midwest Rock Tops. Brian, unlike some companies, James doesn't just sell you some office technology and then move on to the next prospect.
Correct. They stay in touch with us. Very good open communication. It's almost like they're an owner and they really do care about their businesses they serve.
James Imaging Systems, taking the time to know your business to help you work more efficiently, save money, and grow your business.
It makes me feel good because I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to chase after anybody. They're standing behind their products. We're getting excellent service from them.
Are you getting a good value with your document imaging technology from James Imaging Systems?
We definitely get a good value from James Imaging, and I'm glad they're a partner with us.
Want a partner who genuinely cares about you and your business? Switch to document imaging technology from James Imaging Systems. Call 608-221-3457. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
If you're looking to fill the vacant space in your commercial building, the local agents at RE/MAX and the Preferred Commercial Group are eager to grow your bottom line. Head to commercialwisconsin.com/ESPN and find an investment partner to lead the way to your property dreams today.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
I'm not going to lie, I'm nervous. I haven't heard this submission, but I know who it's from.
All right, I have a question.
Okay.
Jesse, is this going to be played before the academies or
this
after?
Okay,
Tausch,
thank you.
Do you
This
trust
is what
my
I'm worried
judgment?
about.
Do you trust my judgment?
I do. I do trust. I do. Yes.
We're going to play it after the academies.
It's that much
That's
better.
what I'm afraid of. I
But
appreciate it.
we're
I
gonna-
got no problem with it.
Here's what's going to happen. We're going to go Academy. We will revel in the success of the Academy's headline. I will give a brief intermission headline, and then we will play the fan-submitted Wilde headline.
Fair enough. Okay. That
Okay.
answers some of my questions.
Jesse, thank you for your service, because I'm not going to lie. Ever since you told me about this, I have been, I wouldn't say I've been a nervous wreck. And that, when you're nervous, that means you're worried about something, and you're concerned that something might not go well, and it really bothers you, as Joe Barry would probably explain. So, the Academy
So does
is
that mean that it upsets him, like when something bothers him?
Yes.
Is that troubling?
It makes him
So what I mean by that,
apprehensive.
if something bothers me, it makes me upset.
I coined the phrase anxious.
I coined the phrase, I'm trepidatious about this whole headline bit.
All right, so it's time for headlines presented by Fleet Farm. And I'm going to tell you about Fleet Farm just to, again, give us a couple more minutes before the cavalcade of great headlines, except for Jesse's strike here. And look, Trick or Treat is right around the corner. It's next week. And the Trick or Treat Halloween event at Fleet Farm is this Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon. There will be trick-or-treating with candy and other goodies throughout each store. And a costume contest as well where the winner will win a free gift card. So don't miss out this Saturday, 10 a.m. to noon, Halloween trick-or-treat at Fleet Farm. And while you're there, you can also get all your fall apparel from top brands at Fleet Farm. Shop for the entire family and choose from Carhartt, Columbia, Under Armour, and more to stay warm and comfortable, whether you're out working in the yard or out in the elements supporting your favorite team or walking around on Halloween taking your kids trick-or-treating. Find everything you need for everyday life at Fleet Farm. Time now for headlines.
We've buried the lead.
But it's not all doom and gloom.
Yeah, I've read the headlines.
It's time to predict this week's headlines.
So I thought about taking Tausch's advice and getting an apple, because we went to the apple orchard the other day. We got apples coming out of our ears here, and just chewing on the apple while I listened to this segment, but I chose not to. All right, Tausch, you guys, with your Academy brilliance, are going to tip things off. You want to tell us anything about this before we play it?
Yeah, a little bit. I think we always try and find something thematically to go with it. And what I mean by that is if there's something that happened within that organization's history that we think is interesting,
we see this coming a mile away.
Utilize that as a theme of what our headline might be. So if you recall, there was a little trip out on Lake Minnetonka a few years back that the Vikings got in trouble.
Oh, the Love Boat.
And so that's the road that we end up choosing. And Jesse.
And Lake Minnetonka is a...
Love. Exciting and new. MVPs. We're expecting to love. Goody's riskiest choice. We'll put some dread in PA's voice.
This is not Detroit, man.
A love show.
This is the Super Bowl.
Soon we'll be making a playoff run. The Vikings once rented a yacht for some naughty fun. Gary Stripsack, Kirk Cousins, and give fans a TD chance.
Fires into the end zone. Caught.
JJ.
Touchdown. No.
Can't hurt us today. And their best running back, they just gave him away. It's love.
It is gone. No.
Wow. All I'm going to say is this. If that was what you chose to play first, the expectations for Josh and Heartland's submission are through the roof, because that was something. I did not see the Love Boat coming as the theme. I think there was a missed opportunity there with Strip Sack and what was going on the Love Boat. From what we understand,
tried to keep it classy.
Yeah. That's you,
we
very
tried
classy.
Family show,
Jason. Yeah.
But be that as it may, that was outstanding. All right, so now it's time for the 2-minute youth hockey intermission, during which Jesse will give a comparatively substandard
1-1 after 2. For all the
what's the score?
Capital fans, it's 1-1 after 2.
Oh,
heading into 3, all square at 1.
Oh boy!
They have a 16-second power play left yet. We gotta get rid of this before we get back to full strength.
Max gets sent off for cross-checking or what?
No penalty yet for Max. I'll keep you guys informed as that keeps going.
All right, Jesse.
To keep this segment's time within quota, unlike others, this headline's much shorter. I don't want to be a jerk, but love ain't as good as Kirk. 23-17, Minnesota.
Is that a limerick?
It was.
That's
that was
good.
really well done.
That's haiku. Is that haiku? Was that haiku-ish?
It was limerick.
Normal?
That's what we call a
Definitely
limerick.
There once was a
very
man.
nice.
We term that around
limerick.
here a limerick.
What do you mean by?
Tausch.
What do you mean by that? What exactly does that mean, a limerick?
All right. So without further ado, for me and for you, here's the headline submitted by Josh in Heartland.
Yeah, Tausch, you've been asking for Josh in Heartland to step up to the plate for a while.
I have.
He delivers.
Yes, I have.
Now, I don't know.
Okay.
How many Packers fans do you think are also fans of the musical Hamilton?
I'm sure there's a
more than
cross-section.
sure more than we think, but less than Jason. I'm fairly certain.
Both fair statements.
Without further ado, from Josh in Heartland, settle in for Headlines, the musical.
We have the Green Bay Packers, losers of 3 straight. Dropped to the middle of a forgotten spot within the standings. From awful play by the offense and squalor, can anyone step up and be a baller? The great defense, first round picks with so few picks. Trying to play smarter, but asking why it's so harder to stop the run against teams who aren't any good. Another week, what opponent will run it even farther? Alexander Madison. His name is Alexander Madison. And there's 1,000 yards he hasn't run. But just you wait, just you wait. It must be nice, it must be nice to have Hockenson on your side. It must be nice, it must be nice to have Hockenson on your side. Justin Jefferson staying home. Justin Jefferson staying home. Justin Jefferson staying home. Yeah, he's been on the IR for so long. Love no one appreciates. He beat the Bears and the Saints, but incomplete. And we keep passing anyway. Incomplete. So many mistakes, there must be a reason. Matt's by his side during the Susan slide. If they're willing to wait for him, then I'm willing to wait for him. I am not taking a downfield shot. I am not taking a downfield shot. And yo, I'm hitting on my check down, so we go for it on 4th downs, and I'm not taking a downfield shot. A message from Drama Queen. A message from Drama Queen. A message from Drama Queen. You say the price for Jordan Love's not a price that you're willing to pay. You cry in your beer, which you hurl at the TV when I'm on McAfee. Why so sad? Thought the offense was supposed to be better when I went away. Now you're making me mad. Remember that after retirement, I'm your man. I'll be back. Soon you'll see, you'll remember the way things were with me. I'll be back, time will tell. You will hang high, my number 12. Coaches rise, GMs fall. We have seen each other through it all. And when push comes to shove, even with the messed up Achilles, I'm so much better than Jordan Love. Ba-da-da-ba-ba, ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da. Ellen Randall, sing. Ba-da-da-ba-ba, ba-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da. Vikings 20, Packers 19.
My face hurts. Oh, my God. Now, for those of you that haven't listened to the show forever, once upon a time, Headlines was a very brief portion of the program. Kissin' Cousins was once the legendary moment, and then the Packers went out and tied the Vikings. Still a great moment. But then along came the headlines with the presidential names in it, and it became a longer segment. Then, and Josh and Heartland was part of that, major part of it. Changed the game. He was a game changer. Then Tausch comes along with the Academy and decides to sing. Changes the game again. That was amazing. Amazing. We say amazing when something is so good that we're almost speechless because it's so incredible.
Brilliant. That was brilliant. That I was in tears. That was fantastic. Josh, Jesse nailed it. Jesse, I think your idea on the Hall of Fame stuff, that was unbelievable.
Can't wait for next week.
I've listened to that 3 or 4 times now. He sent it over the other day. It gets better every time you listen to it.
You hear I'm guessing you hear things that you missed the first time.
Yep.
I can see that.
It's just so good. It's so good.
A message from the drama queen. Oh, well played. That was really good. All right, that was amazing. I don't know how you finished the show after that, but that was incredible. There's no denying it. So, Josh in Heartland, welcome to the Hall of Fame. We have not yet actually begun that process, but I like your chances. All right, that was incredible. I don't know how we follow it up, but we will try to with Whoa Nelly next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Mark Tosher here for Chalmers Jewelers. Well, it's always a good time to get that special someone in your life a beautiful gift. And when I'm in need of a new piece of jewelry, Chalmers Jewelers is my go-to place. Whether I want a timeless classic or a one-of-a-kind piece, Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton and Madison has just what I'm looking for. My life has been made so much easier thanks to the great team over at Chalmers Jewelers, and is the reason I keep going back for more. Visit chalmersjewelers.com to find your perfect new piece of jewelry today.
The host might be irrelevant, but the conversations aren't.
The type of fashion that you have looks like you ran through a thrift store in 30 seconds and just put together an outfit.
I like to think of myself as a little bit more of a peacock, you know what I mean?
Mr. Irrelevant with Alex Strofe.
We all know you're very famous for your Sunday Night Football intro, right? Brian Bulaga, Ow.
I never thought I was saying it weird to begin with, but then when I watched myself back, especially when it first happened, I was like, man.
Mr. Irrelevant with Alex Strofe. Available wherever you get your podcasts.
All right, Team Pella, listen up.
Thanks, John Kuhn. Customers love our products with limited lifetime warranties. Check out these big plays. Incredible innovations like blinds and shades between the glass.
No interference on that play, Coach.
And stylish windows with hidden screens that make game days a breeze.
Can it get any better?
It can. With monthly payments as low as $19 per window, $75 per patio door, and a free quote at PellaWI.com.
Let's go.
6.99 APR for 1 year, 20 months. Certain restrictions apply. See showroom for details. Offers on 10/31/2023.
A bank that goes the extra yard? You got it. Show your love for the green and gold with Packers checking only from Associated Bank. Make every transaction a touchdown with your Packers debit MasterCard. And when you use it at the Packers Pro Shop, at the stadium, or online, you'll get 10% off. Associated Bank's Packers checking scores the home field advantage by delivering Midwest-based customer care, outstanding value, and more. Get in the game and learn more today at AssociatedBank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
Liberty Station American Tavern and Smokehouse isn't just a barbecue restaurant. Fish fry, walleye, and vegetarian options are available, and they have a menu that's sure to please everyone. Liberty Station smokes their meats daily with a 1,000-gallon custom smoker, giving you the freshest experience possible. Enjoy happy hour with daily discounts on both food and drinks at their large bar with 20 draft taps and multiple TVs to watch the big game. Be sure to check out their sprawling patio with an indoor and outdoor porch area too. Liberty Station off the Beltline on Rimrock Road.
Have you met your deductible? Are you stuck waiting in line to see an orthopedic physician? The team at Orthopedic and Spine Centers of Wisconsin can see you tomorrow. Their board-certified and fellowship-trained orthopedic and spine physicians have been treating patients in the Madison area for over 3 decades. They specialize in a wide range of areas, including sports medicine, joint replacement, spine, hand surgery, and more. Convenient and accessible, their team is dedicated to getting you back to being active and doing what you love. Visit orthospinecenters.com. That's orthospinecenters.com.
Investing in commercial real estate is never simple. From acquiring a property to managing the day-to-day, even the best investors need a partner they can trust. Rely on the agents at RE/MAX and the Preferred Commercial Group to build your desired lifestyle in real estate. Whether you want someone to take the wheel or just need a second opinion, head to commercialwisconsin.com/ESPN and find an investment partner to lead the way to your property dreams today. That's commercialwisconsin.com/ESPN.
It's spooky season, and that means spooktacular savings at Metro Ford of Madison. Get into a stylish 2023 Ford Edge at 0% APR financing. For 66 months to qualify credit, $16.43 per 1,000 borrowed. Or the popular Ford F-150 for 3.9% APR. For 66 months to qualify credit, $15.15 per 1,000 borrowed. Also included is a new 4K big screen smart TV with the purchase of a new vehicle. Spooktacular savings are at Metro Ford of Madison. Search inventory at metrofordofmadison.com.
Tito's wants to make sure you have the best tailgate on the block. Win game day gear by entering to win at titostailgate.com. Enter by November 15th for your chance to win a Solo Stove Grill or a Brewmate. For official rules, visit titostailgate.com. Must be 21 plus to enter.
Love. Exciting and new. MVPs we're expecting to love. Goody's riskiest choice. We'll put
coming
some
back with
dreaded
the
PA's voice.
dulcet tones of the Academy.
Soon we'll be making a playoff run.
Captain Stubing,
The Vikings.
Mark Tauscher as the lead singer.
A yacht for some naughty fun. Gary
Tausch, whose idea was the Love Boat song? Who gets credit for that one from the Academy?
Helmut. Helmut gets the credit for the. He lives up in Minnesota, so I think that's partially why he had that structured that way. But that's he gets most of the credit this week.
All right. Well, bravo to him. Well done. It was very good. I also
it just feels. I understand how you feel. I understand how you feel
Oh,
now.
is that
because
right?
you kind of get. I'm still gonna. Let me tell you something. I ain't gonna quit and tell the Academy to stop the. How much time do you think Josh and Heartland put on that?
That was the
and
question I wanted to ask you.
How much for the production value on that was strong. Like he had musical instruments, and I mean, it was incredible.
I don't know if it was just him doing the different voices and like recording it, or if he had
I don't
others.
either. That's what I'm wondering.
There's a lot of questions there.
I look forward to his enshrinement in the Wilde and Tausch Hall of Fame when he can explain all that to us.
For those who are wondering, by the way, we're on it to get that posted on video for everybody to rewatch at their leisure. We're figuring some things out to get that posted ASAP, so it'll be up soon.
And to make sure that Lin-Manuel Miranda doesn't sue us. All right, so in the interim, time for Won't Ellie.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocca's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Whoa, Nelly!
On Wilde and Tausch.
All right, so it's rivalry weekend, not just for Packers Vikings Sunday at Lambeau Field, but Wisconsin hosting Ohio State at Camp Randall Stadium. If we can keep Brent Musburger and Vern Lundquist's careers out of the conversation, Tausch, what are we thinking heading into this game on Saturday night?
Well, good setup. I think it's going to be tough sledding. I mean, there's a reason why it's 14.5 points, I think, as somebody told me. How do we match up front? how can we hold up and can we block their front is really good. Their defense, it's not shocking. They're always good. They're really good this year. They have some really good players. But listen, we're at home. It's going to be it's a beautiful night. It's going to be a fun, huge atmosphere. I think we're gonna give it our best shot, just like Hamilton and Joshy did out in Heartland.
I'm sorry, Jesse. What was the question exactly?
How are we feeling heading into Wisconsin, Ohio State Saturday night?
I was having
flashbacks.
I'm
nervy.
Yeah, and I was having flashbacks to a conversation we had last year before the season began. Little did we know what was going to unfold, but I very vividly remember it. Is the season a success if they just lose to Ohio State twice? In the regular season and in the conference championship game, that did not play out well. I want them to shock the world. It'd be a hell of a story. I don't see it happening. That's how I feel. Whoa, Nelly.
Whoa, Nelly!
All right, we also normally do the weekend preview on Fridays. We wanted to play Joe Barry rather than doing that a little bit earlier. So
the weekend preview is where we tell you what's happening in the world of sports on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Bears-Chargers is the Sunday night football game this week. And what happened? Don't we have expanded flex options going on? Didn't they have a whole thing that passed so that we could flex games like this out of Sunday night football? What's going on here?
Yeah, I don't think the flex window has begun yet, Jesse. I'm sorry.
Well, here's the problem. There's a lot of really mediocre and bad teams. And you have some separation where you have 5 or 6 teams that you think are Super Bowl contenders, and then there's everybody else, and those teams don't match up every week. So there's going to be some games that you kind of think, the quarterbacks maybe haven't played as well. It's just a different kind of NFL regular season. There is not the same amount of parity, or if there is, it's average parity, and that's not what makes for great TV matchups.
Yeah,
we had a tie game. We're tied up.
No.
A little update. We were tied. We scored, but they claimed that the net came off. Well, hold up.
Oh, no.
The horn went. They claim that the net came off the little whatever those little deals are
peg
called.
Moorings.
We just fell behind. We just gave up a goal. Down 2-1 now. 3.5 to go. Just gave up a goal.
As I look at the schedule, and I'm guessing this is what the National Football League did as well, the most appealing games that involve 2 teams having 500 or better records. Bengals 49ers, Browns Seahawks, Jaguars Steelers, and that's the list where the teams are both at least 500 or better. Chiefs Broncos you can get, Ravens Cardinals. It ain't a great week, so I guess there wasn't much flexing. But 2 and 5 Bears versus the 2 and 4 Chargers, not must-see TV.
Whoa, Nelly!
I would agree.
Right,
I would agree.
I got to draw a trivia winner here.
The Monday game is Raiders at Lions.
It's a bad week for NFL television viewing.
Indeed.
Yeah. Get some projects done. Get decorating for Halloween accomplished. All right, this week's trivia winner. Not a lot of entries in the cheese fry helmet this week.
If it is Scuba Chad.
It is one entry. It is not Scuba Chad. Take that, Chad. Congratulations. Oh, it's the other guy who played that day.
The other guy.
Churchy and Elkhorn.
Way to go, Church.
Church is the big winner. Nicely done.
I want to be clear. I really enjoy the wackiness that Scuba Chad brings. I just didn't want him to be able to brag that he got them all wrong and he still won. I felt like he'd be unbearable if that occurred. And I think I'm right. All right, that's it for Whoa, Nelly.
A very easy villain to root against in Wilde and Tausch.
He is. He's going to be our first villain nominee for the Hall of Fame, I think. We will wrap up the week, and hopefully the Feel Good Friday will be Max Tauscher scoring a game-tying goal during the segment. Feel Good Friday, painted by Home and Lindsay Paints, is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Mark Tauscher here, and it's another Feel Good Friday on Wilde and Tausch, painted by Home and Lindsay Paints. With a huge primetime college football game Saturday night and a division rival coming to Green Bay on Sunday, I'm feeling good about the football weekend we have in store around Wisconsin. And speaking of feeling good, that's how you'll be feeling if you do what my family did and trust the pro painters at Home and Lindsay Paints with your home's next paint project. It was so easy to find the pro painter that best fit the needs for our project. All you had to do, stop into a Madison area Home and Lindsay location and ask. The pros did an amazing job, and I'm sure they can do the same for you. From green and gold to cardinal and white and everything in between, remember, Wisconsin's best painters use Wisconsin's best paint, and Wisconsin's best painters are the pro painters at Home and Lindsay Paints. Home and Lindsay, great paint, great people, and stay tuned as we share our favorite feel-good stories of the week coming up to close out today's edition of Wilde and Tausch on Feel Good Friday, painted by Home and Lindsay Paints.
You, rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Alex Strofe.
This Badger Minute brought to you by the Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company, Madison's home for craft beer and pub food since 1994. Find the Great Dane nearest you at greatdanepub.com. Wisconsin and Ohio State will meet for the 86th time tomorrow at Camp Randall Stadium, but it will be the first time with Ohio State alum Luke Fickell leading the way for the Wisconsin Badgers. Wisconsin has only beaten Ohio State 18 times in history, with each of the last 9 matchups between the two teams going in favor of the Buckeyes. Wisconsin's last win was in 2010 at Camp Randall Stadium, but each of the last 2 games played at Camp Randall have gone to overtime. The Buckeyes are favored by 14.5 points, with kickoff slated for 6:30 on NBC.
Badger Minutes on ESPN Wisconsin are brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule an appointment online today at PellaWI.com.
Madison area residents, Ridgetop Exteriors is offering free 101-point inspections for roofing, siding, windows, and gutters due to recent high winds and hail in your area. Call Ridgetop Exteriors today before winter weather sets in, or visit ridgetopexteriors.com. That's ridgetopexteriors.com.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
The GRB Rays have established themselves as one of the top baseball programs in the Midwest and the country. GRB Academy offers training programs for players of all ages and skill levels. Learn from some of the best baseball coaches in the area and find the program that fits your training goals and your schedule. Spots are filling up fast, so visit grbacademy.com to sign up now. That's grbacademy.com. GRB Academy, baseball for the serious player.
You can drive cutting-edge design. 2023 Audis are on the lot and ready for delivery. You can save $7,500 on select Audi EVs with the AFS EV lease bonus. See dealer for details and exclusions. Eligibility is subject to credit approval through Audi Financial Services. Cannot be combined with National Customer Credit. Offer expires October 31st. Stop in and test drive today. Check out our website to see our current electric vehicle inventory and our monthly specials. The search for your Audi begins and ends at Audi Madison off the Beltline and Rimrock Road. Drive yours today.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
You gotta get down on Friday. It's time to finish the week off right. It's Feel Good Friday on Wilde and Tausch, painted by Home and Lindsay.
Hey, feeling good, like I should. When in dark, walk around the neighborhood, feeling blessed.
Time for Feel Good Friday, painted by Home and Lindsay Paints. And in order to play Josh and Heartland's headline one last time, we turn over Feel Good Friday to Jesse for a shout-out to his mom.
Congratulations to my mom, who hit a hole-in-one for the first time in her golf career. earlier this week. Hole number 8, Edgewood Golf Course in, I think that's Big Bend is technically where the address is. She bought drinks for the bar, went out to dinner with my uncles, my dad, and she was flaunting it up like no one else, but she deserved it. After a long year and after all the fun I made of her a couple of weeks ago, congratulations to my mom. Hole-in-one, number 1 for her golf career. Way to go, Mom.
Game-tying goal there, Tausch? Is that what I heard?
No, we ended up getting beat on an empty net, 3-1. Tough loss to the Blues.
Well,
3-1.
that's not a feel-good Friday,
no.
but we wrap up Feel Good Friday with a feel-good headline from Josh in Heartland.
We have the Green Bay Packers, losers of 3 straight. Dropped to the middle of a forgotten spot within the standings. From awful play by the offense and squalor, can anyone step up and be a baller? The great defense, first round picks with so few kicks, trying to play smarter but asking why it's so harder to stop the run against teams who aren't any good. Another week, what opponent will run it even farther? Alexander Madison. His name is Alexander Madison, and there's 1,000 yards he hasn't run, but just you wait, just you wait. It must be nice, it must be nice to have Hockenson on your side. It must be nice, it must be nice to have Hockenson on your side. Is there any hope for Green Bay? Justin Jefferson staying home. 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 Yeah, he's been on the IR for so long. Love no one appreciates. He beat the Bears and the Saints, but incomplete, and we keep passing anyway. Incomplete. So many mistakes, there must be a reason. Matt's by his side during the Susan slide. If they're willing to wait for him, then I'm willing to wait for him. I am not taking a downfield shot. I am not taking a downfield shot. And yo, I'm hitting on my check down, so we go for it on 4th downs, and I'm not taking a downfield shot. A message from Drama Queen. A message from Drama Queen. A message from Drama Queen. You say the price for Jordan Love's not a price that you're willing to pay. You cry in your beer, which you hurl at the TV when I'm on McAfee. Why so sad? Thought the offense was supposed to be better when I went away. Now you're making me mad. Remember that after retirement, I'm your man. I'll be back. Soon you'll see, you'll remember the way things were with me. I'll be back, time will tell. You will hang high my number 12. Coaches rise, GMs fall. We have seen each other through it all. And when push comes to shove, even with the messed up Achilles, I'm so much better than Jordan Love. Ba-da-da-ba-ba, ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da. Ellen Randall, sing. Ba-da-da-ba-ba, ba-ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da. Vikings 20, Packers 19.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde and Tausch? Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial-free full show podcasts are available free on Wisconsin On Demand.
ESPN Wisconsin.